George, psst. Are you ready to show everybody where our new home is?
Before we show you, we want to show you why. Why the Hales would we buy where we bought?
What did you say?
I said, Jeremy, I'm a huge fan.
George is out in the parking lot. Look at that. Am I on the naughty list?
When we don't even drink it. There was one improvement. I actually received this bill 1 day after its due date. Every meeting. And you're gonna bring the police to remove you. I didn't start this war with the neighbors, but I fully intend on winning it.
I can't, sir. I cannot hear you very well. Not at all. I have to hold you up to my ear to hear you. Something is wrong. Can you please check your mic? I do not have perception of time. I don't have perception of dates and times. I do not, and my brain does not work that way. You are not a nice person.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, all. This is sort of like a watch party. I guess is the best way to do it. We're going to start it at the very beginning, and of course, we're going to have spicy comments and commentary and stuff like that. What the hell is wrong with that? You know, I usually a little more prepared than this. Let me turn something on here so that way it looks I look a little cleaner. Trying to look nice and smooth for y'all. You know how it goes. There we go. That might help. There we are. So you have a shamrock shake. It is a good evening. Well, excellent. Good to hear that. Yeah, you're gonna hear a little bit of echo. Let me do something, see if I can't cut some of that echo out. So give me just a second. And I've got some guests that will be joining in. I had to move locations because my internet was absolute garbage. So let me see if I can get my settings a little bit better here for the audio. And that might have taken care of the echo. Not positive on that, but we're hoping that it did. And I'm going to also set something up in this room because if you don't know, here, this is what I'm looking at right now. So this is my office. It is completely barren except for me, you, and a lamp, and of course the laptop. So it's got a little echo in here. There's nothing killing the sound. So give me just a second. And hey, Yuta, good to see you. Yeah, I'm gonna get some like a little bit of sound dampening here. See if that can't cut some of that down. Give me just a second. I'll still be here. So just give me a moment. That might help out just a little bit. At least it seems to. There we go. That might be better. Is that Winston Churchill? Yes, that's Winston Churchill. I got that in England. My wife actually got that for me while we were in England. We went to what is the name of the place? It was the bunker where Churchill was at during World War II, where they basically put all the government at. And yeah, that's where she picked it up. And then she framed it, and now it hangs in my office as a reminder of a great trip we had going to England. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath, but yes, from the good old UK. While my wife and I were there, it was good. Everybody, what I decided I was going to do is I was going to go and get this, like, go back and watch this from the beginning and sort of get everything caught up, because you guys know so much more about this. And I was like, why not just do it like as a watch party, and we'll just do it as like the Florida edition of the what the Hales, where I take what they've already put out there and I'm going to rewatch it, and I'll have guests that come on and we're going to just hang out. We're going to shoot the shit. We're going to have a good time, and we're going to just laugh our asses off while we're watching it. And of course, I'll have guests that come on periodically, and I just thought it would be a good exercise, and that way you guys can hang out, you can watch, you can yell at me and make fun of me. Read his original speech in Parliament. Yeah, the archives, that was really cool. I saw some of those too. Yeah, it was pretty damn awesome. All right, so let's do this thing and share the screen. Boom. And see, the reason I moved into this room is because the other room that I'm in, it doesn't have as good of
I think it's
internet
time
connection.
To let 'em know.
So I wanted to be in a room that I could actually hear a little bit about what was going on in the and where is that? That might help out. I wanted to be in a room where I had solid internet connection so I could watch all of this with you guys. So I guess best thing I can say is buckle up, because it's going to be wild. It's going to be a wild ride. Don't know how many we'll get through in one night, but we'll stop periodically and probably let the chat ask us questions and things like that. So it's like a neat little watch party. And of course, I think Mo should be joining me a little bit later. So let's get this thing on.
George, take a look down here. We bought. Oh, that's got thorns on it. We bought an abandoned ranch with thorns. Ouch! Oh my goodness,
Ouch.
that hurt. You ready, old girl?
Don't call her old girl.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the camper. It's time. I hope you guys are ready too. Let's go to Florida. Day 2, early morning. George up on the 3rd floor, being crazy like usual. The chickens, well, they seem to be doing great. They had a great camp out. Look at that. They're already having their coffee in the morning. We're going to get there today, ladies. Shredded tire, 2.5 hours away from our destination. 2 days driving. And it just so happens we pull over next to a smashed armadillo. Can't say this enough. I have Erie insurance. I pay for extra insurance for flat tires. For 2 hours, we waited on.
Oh, cool. I know where Tifton is. We usually go there quite often on our way to Florida. My wife and I go and visit the brother-in-law down there. 2 streams at the same time. Is it really? Is it really? I mean, come on, Tom. It's not that hard. You just enjoy the streams and have a good time. That's what we do here. We're just having a blast. All right, here we go.
On Erie Insurance, they didn't come and rescue us, but a local company, Rudy's Tire, did. The only one that would. Leave them an incredible online review. Make sure the world knows how incredible they are. Can't believe what they're doing for us. They're literally getting us back on the road and to Florida. You saved us. Psst. George. Psst. Are you ready to show everybody where our new home is? You're not?
Because before we show you, we want to show you why. Why the Hales would we buy where we bought?
Cool. I'm
How's
interested.
that popcorn chicken, them chicken balls?
Not tasty.
How would the chickens feel about that?
Are chicken allowed to have chicken?
Yes,
That's just so wrong.
they will eat chicken.
But where we got it is the place that was most important to George. She wanted to make sure nearby was a
Grocery store.
Only 20 minutes. 20 minutes. We're in the middle of nowhere.
Walmart.
Yet 20 minutes, we have our Walmart. It's in the middle of everywhere. Look at this. In Walmart, local Walmart, and me out. What did you say?
I said, Jeremy, I'm a huge fan.
George is out in the parking lot.
Awesome.
Look at that. Am I on the am I on the naughty list or the good list this year?
I think you're on the good list. Yes. I'm pretty sure. Yes.
Yes. One of the things we hopefully did well is we put ourselves in a central hub of all the major cities of Florida. So as you see Tallahassee, Jacksonville, Orlando, Tampa. We're in the middle and about 2 hours away from all the major cities, all the major buying, all the major treasure hunting.
One of the biggest selling points for us is that this is so close to the property. We're here on the Gulf.
Oh, cool. I didn't realize they were that close.
I think we might go do boy, that tide is really low right now.
It's very, very low.
What do you think? Should we go look for dolphins? How far away from the Gulf are we?
15-minute drive.
We are literally
That's
in the
nice.
Keys. Let's go see.
No, you're not
Dolphins or
Keys.
sharks? What do you prefer?
Both. Let's find both.
What's that?
First sighting of a crab claw.
Uh-oh. George has crabs. We got to get to the property, but before we do, did you see what the ornaments are made of on this giant, huge Christmas tree?
Bobbers.
Yeah, bobbers.
Fishing
Awesome.
bobbers.
All of them. Fishing bobbers. Fishing rope and
Bobbing
fishing
for
bobbers. You ready to go see the new home? Take a look down here. We bought... Oh, that's got thorns on it. We bought an abandoned ranch.
Nice.
Thorns. Ouch. Oh my goodness, that hurt. Look at
It
these
is beautiful.
palms. Look, there's part of the fence property, but that's not the best part about this property, is it?
What's the best part in your opinion?
Oh, it's a business part.
Is
You
it
know which
me?
part. You
Me?
ready?
Is it me?
You ready to go for a ride? All right, let's go for a ride and let's find out what the best part is.
Very cool.
The best part is we are less than 30 seconds away from the local post office. And we're here
Nice.
every day. The post office is part of our daily lives.
They have no idea how many thousands of packages.
They're going to hate us.
Yeah.
Oh,
One of these boxes is ours. We just don't know which one yet. On second thought, George, you're right. You are.
What am I right about?
You are the most incredible thing about this place. See this
Oh.
right here? Live shrimp. Live shrimp. That's you. 5'2".
I'm a shrimp.
Yeah, you're a shrimp.
calling her a shrimp.
While we wait for all the paperwork to get done, we're staying in the camper. So it's Lacrosse Luxury Light Touring Edition. It's built for living out of. Let's just go take a peek. Now, we have done videos before on the camper. You can find those on the channel, but
It's a bit crowded.
it is until we can actually, there's my bed right there, until we can actually get on the property and start building, well, we're going to be a bit crowded. So it's
Yeah.
nice for living. You just have to downsize everything. What we have back here? Yep. George's room. And here we go. Here is the office. Sunday dinner is in the crock pot. George is ready to go see the property. You ready, George? Uh-huh. Yep.
This is
Looks like she's
awesome.
ready. And she's the one that put dinner in there. Not sure what she's doing now. Awkward. Very, very awkward.
one of the best parts that we haven't shared with you yet. We are at a campground that's less than 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute around the corner from our property. How does it get any better than that? We buy property and we have a campground right around the corner. Pretty amazing.
Oh, this is awesome. I love this little part of this little neck of Florida. Damn. Digging it. It's a little bit of a drive to get there.
If you were one of the ones that guessed the 70-acre lot, you were
Correct.
100% correct. And this just came out of our $575 unit.
The one
I
with
think,
the gun parts.
yes, I think it's time to christen the property. There we go. This is now.
J Bone makes it official.
That's
J-Bone.
official. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to
I love
scope
it.
out the property. We're going to lay out the plans. We're going to figure out exactly what we're going to do with this abandoned ranch. Remember, the former owners passed away.
Oh,
The story of this property gets a little bit more intense. George, you see this? We got, I think that's red, orange, white. We got like
Wait,
a
there's a
Christmas
sign
bow.
down here.
Okay.
We love you, Granny Marie.
oh,
So basically, what we've heard.
oh, that's so sweet.
Last year around this time, right here on the property that we purchased, somebody had a four-wheeling accident. Kid was on a four-wheeler, flipped it over,
Oh.
died right here on the side of the road in
Oh.
front of the property.
That's so
where those
sad.
ribbons are. So the parents died who owned the property. Then we had a death out front.
Non-relatable.
The whole plan with buying this property was to actually take the camper onto the property, use the utilities that are already there. We have a well on the property. That kind of decreases price as far as water. If the well water is good water, we have to have that tested, but we have utilities on still as far as electric, and then septic is on here somewhere. So what our goal is to actually take the camper. We're going to pull it into here because our realtor, Jenny, said that's the best thing to do. And then we're going to
Hey, Jenny.
There's Jenny.
We'll tie our
Oh,
septic into this line right here. So I'll have to put a T with an opening in here,
Very
which
cool.
that'll be a piece of cake.
hey, good evening.
We'll
Good
actually
evening,
get
John.
water from right here, but we're going to have to
Jump in
put
the
in
floor.
a 30
Yeah.
amp service on the wall.
Once
So
you've
then what
gone
we're going to
anywhere,
do, we're going to go
there you
into
go.
the house. Well, you know what?
Till
Let's
you
just
see the
go into the
bugs.
house. We'll show you what we're going to do with the house.
If you guys remember, that was the shotgun case.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
you
haunted.
scared me.
Now, here's what we're going to do. This entire place, everything from here to everything. If you look around, I'm going to turn the O light on. I'm going to give you a double pump. All of this is going to be ripped out, gutted out. See this here? There's about 5 or 6 different stair steps up and down with concrete.
Oh, geez.
Tripping hazards.
Definitely
The
not level.
only thing that we're planning on keeping is we want to restore the actual wooden stove. So that's what we're planning on keeping.
That's
the wooden
doable.
stove. That'll go in a new facility. The cow, Jenny,
The
you
cow
can
can
have the cow.
Would you like the cow?
You can have the cow.
You can keep them for yourself.
So what we're actually going to do, everything in here that can be ripped out is going to be ripped out. Every wall. This is going to be the temporary warehouse. We're building a 100 by 100 foot structure. We already have
Very
the steel
cool.
structure.
I like that.
locally. It'll be a 10,000 square foot warehouse with an efficiency apartment.
The house is
That's
a little
season
off.
1. Season 2, when we come
Okay.
back, we'll be building the actual custom home out of cedar trees. So this all becomes temporary warehouse. Everything is going to be ripped out and gutted until the actual warehouse is built. And then this all disappears except for the wood stove. Although Jenny says she wants the cow. Here, come look at
We'll
the
show you
cow.
what Jenny was talking about.
Jenny wants the cow right
Is
here.
that a cookie jar?
That is a
Aw.
cookie jar.
Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah.
Any
whoa,
cookies
whoa.
in there?
There's actually something in there.
What does it say?
1993.
93.
Must have meant
Aw.
something to somebody.
Mhm.
Now it means something to Jenny.
Mhm.
And then their
I
plans
know you all
changed.
think I'm joking about stair steps,
Yeah.
concretes on the floor. Look at this here.
Here's another one.
There's the size of my hand. This goes up to
You
the
literally
bathroom.
have to take a step up
Yeah.
or a step down in every room.
That's not the best part of this bathroom floor, though. Check this out, George. Linoleum,
linoleum
transition,
to
tile.
80s tile.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, it doesn't get much better than that in Florida.
Yeah, it does.
What are we looking at?
Look at over here.
Oh, wow.
This
Backwater.
is most likely a sinkhole, but we're okay with that. We want it.
We actually
because
want it.
It's the beginning of a beautiful pond for wildlife, future wildlife.
So a lot of viewers have said, oh no, you have to watch out for sinkholes. You have to watch out for gators. You have to watch out for giant mosquitoes. How many giant mosquitoes have you seen so far?
Zero. And we
Zero.
will not be here during mosquito season. We'll
Oh.
only be here during the colder months, back up in Ohio in the summer.
And we on purpose want sinkholes. Now, I don't expect people to understand why, but that makes us more money as far as a
So
business
peeps,
because of what we do for
businesses.
a living. So a lot of people don't understand that.
In the
A lot of
schoolhouse,
times,
plans
well,
changed.
the reality
Yeah.
is a lot of times there's a lot of dimes out there telling a lot of
Most
dollars how to be
definitely.
dimes. And when you're a dollar, you need dollars to tell you how to be $1,000. So our goal is to turn this property into lots and lots and lots of dollars. One of the best ways for this land to make money, you see that back there? That's a cell tower. If you know anything
Okay.
about cell tower leases
do.
on property, there is a lot of money to be made, a lot, and it's usually on a monthly basis. Unless you took a lump sum up front for a 50-year lease. Unfortunately, the original owners of this property took a lump sum, which is so much less, so much less than if they would have taken monthly lease payments. So a 50-year lease expires in 2058. While we won't make any money off of the actual lease from the cell tower, the future generations of what the Hales will make tens, if not hundreds, if not millions of dollars off the lease on this property. Another incredible reason
They could.
why to buy this property. And
Yeah, that
we're
makes sense.
full-time YouTubers. We gotta have
We
connection.
Need it.
We
and
have
it's
to have
the
it.
mother load of towers.
Take me
Huge.
to your leader. I just don't know how it gets any better.
Hey,
than
John.
this. Look, I have this giant mature pine.
Wait a second. Who is this guy? Oh my gosh, Winning. How are you doing, brother? Do you want to come on and hang out for just a little bit? Let me know. I'll drop you an invite. You can come on and let people get to know you if you want to. Just let me know. Very cool, man. Very cool. I haven't hung out with Winning in forever. Winning and I go way back. He's one of the first people I met up here on the YouTubes. He's got a really cool channel, and it is pretty damn awesome. It really is. Winning, my brother. Welcome, mofos. Oh, awesome. Hey, Aaron. Good to see you. Cool. I'll drop you an invite, and we'll introduce you guys to Winning here shortly. Give me just a second. I have to start the damn thing up because I'm horrible. And okay. Oh yeah, that's gonna get good. And what guys are saying hello too, but everybody one of those people. Oh, no fun. That sucks. Just running into people. Where is it? Damn it. I haven't talked to Winning in so long. Man, oh man. I'm so excited to see this guy. Damn it. Where in the hell is he? I know he's here somewhere. I gotta send a Discord thing to him. Nope. Damn it. Winning, I know I still got you on my friends list. I just don't see you there. Holy smokes. Where are you? Doggone it. Let me find it. Sorry, I'm like totally boomering it here. Spielhammer. And I thought I had you in here. Did I lose you? Oh, there you are. Doggone. There we are. Paste. There it is. There we go. The man, Winning Reality. I've sent you an invite, brother. Do you see his face? Very relaxed. Yeah. Mo Raid. Excellent. Excellent. Mo Raid. And howdy, Mo Raid. The Shizmeister. What's up? Hey, Dave Umbarger. And then we got Georgina. Good evening. Yes, of course. John. The sell lease is not that great to make money. If you ask for too much, they would just move it. Yeah, but I mean, if the tower's already there, then they've already got the structure built. And if it's a 50-year lease, ooh, I mean, that maybe in the future it'd be worthwhile, but it's until then they will actually maintain entrance to get to the cell phone tower, which is pretty damn cool. This is very damn cool. Oh my gosh. All of the cool stuff. All the cool kids coming in to hang out. Welcome, Mo Raiders. This is awesome. This all get out. All right, let's get back to this and we'll continue on.
Look how huge that thing is. And then I have my own little piece of paradise. I've got little ponds. I've got creeks running through the entire property. Look, George, right across the little pond, you see the palm tree? There's a palm tree right there. There's a palm tree right there. I'm going to have hammocks all over this place. I mean, wherever.
Oh, what was that? Tug got a threatening letter from possible LIEnette. Sorry, I had to watch that first. Absolutely. Yeah, if she's sending all kinds of nasty stuff, then most definitely. Hey, Stiper, good to see you. Most definitely good to see you. The farm down the street is a tower's land. His deal was he gets 6 phones for free and all service for 10 years, then renegotiate. That's funny. That's funny. Oh my gosh.
Try to go on the 70 acres. Hammock.
Place to rest.
How fast do you think we should go when we're on the property?
Once we secure the property, we get to inherit this 10-mile-per-hour
Oh
speed limit
I
sign.
love it.
Look at that.
And it even comes with bullet
We
holes.
know we're in the backwoods of Florida now. Check that out.
Pew pew.
You know what I'm going to do?
Pew, pew.
I'm going to go 11. This is where George is going to send me when I get in trouble. That is one chicken coop. Look at this. This chicken coop literally has a fenced-in yard, and somebody has already claimed it. Somebody from NASA. What'd somebody say to you about your NASA hoodie in Walmart the other day?
They're like, oh, NASA? Did you work for NASA? I'm like, yeah, I used to.
Oh, yeah,
Best
there
job
is.
ever. He's like, oh my God, babe, that's so cool. He's talking to his girlfriend.
George has never worked in NASA, but right now she's prepping the chicken coop. So this is one
She's
of two
prepper.
chicken coops completely and totally
Looks like
sealed.
There's a mouse nest
There's a
in there.
nesting box. It needs a good cleaning. There's some more nesting boxes up there, but I have a feeling our chickens are going to be happy. I mean, they get a gated front yard even. What chicken gets a gated front yard?
Our hoity-toity chicken.
Hoity chickens.
What I just found. Come here.
What is this?
Wait, this is abandoned, but it's got a high fence to keep gators out because it
Okay.
is Florida. Look at this. I found a whole another structure. This is the chicken playground.
Oh my goodness.
This is
Oh
where
my
they go to
gosh.
This
school.
could be the chicken
This is-
playpen.
This is chicken care. This is where chicken care. This is where they go to play every day while we're working, and then we'll
Good.
come pick them up at 5 o'clock, and then we'll come home
It's
for
all
dinner.
fenced in.
And for dinner, we're having crock pot chicken.
Is this a proud moment?
I've dreamed about this since I was the age of 3, and I've always wanted to have a cypress tree. But now on the 70
yes?
acres, we have a cypress tree grove. Check this out.
It's like
Oh my. I mean, if we're going to check stuff out, this is what we check out. This lovely young lady here. Hello, Mo.
Hello.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I had to move locations at the last minute. So if it sounds a little echoey, I apologize.
Today is today. I get it.
What's going on?
Not too much. Just Mr. Mo, I think making sure that the boys took showers with soap, their weekly one, that we actually monitor if there was soap usage once or twice.
Ah, boys. Hey,
And, you know, cleaning up the kitchen after. So there's this really easy meal that we make. Sam's has these big things of dehydrated hash browns, and if you
Mhm.
have ground beef and you brown the ground beef and then you fry the hash browns, I mean, that's a meal that everyone will eat, in my family at least.
Mhm. Yeah, I'll do like ramen noodles, but what I do is get some sausage and roll it up into some little meatballs. Add some
Oh,
add some red peppercorns to the after the with well let's see. I'll do some onions and mushrooms and peppers, like the sweet little sweet peppers. Cut them into rounds, and I'll mix all those up. Get some shallots, and some and might do shallots. Sometimes I'll do onions, and then I'll get some what do you call those things with the green tops? Scallions.
scallions.
Yeah, I'll do like the scallion tops, and then I'll with the scallion tops I keep those off until last. I cook all that up, and then into sort of like a pile of food, and then I add like a couple of scoops into after the water's boiled and the noodles have all done their thing. I add a couple of scoops and then like a couple of little meatballs in it, mix it all up, and like you got like soup. Like it's got some protein in it. Really good stuff. Mom of 10 was hoping they noticed the girls. They would want to bathe.
Well, but then I'm worried about the axe.
Oh yeah. Love corned beef hash. Yeah.
Mr. Mo loves corned beef hash. It's too salty for me.
I like corned beef hash. You got to do it right though. Got to do it right.
I do not like salt, which is why this whole Swedish wheel of torture that's supposed to be coming at some point is going to be terrible for me. Because they basically only eat licorice with salt, and I hate licorice and salt.
And salt.
And they have very like they don't have like a mild. Theirs starts off at like Viking crazy and then goes up to conquering like the universe.
Well, we will have another guest here in a little bit. It'll be Winning Reality will be joining us. Have you met Winning?
No, I've seen their little doot-doots that come on Discord. I call them little doot. That's what my computer makes. I'm sure they've got a technical name.
Yeah. Winning. He has his own channel, and he's been knocking it out of the park.
I've seen. Yeah, he's been putting all sorts of things out.
Yep, he covers political stuff, and we did some stuff whenever I was covering some of the earlier cult stuff, and yeah, he was really instrumental in helping me get things started and help promote the channel quite a bit. So it was good.
That is really cool. Yeah, I love that I'm getting to meet all different people who have different like things that they're into, because they're things that I'd never think I was into, but then honestly, Robert, it's just very interesting. I mean, you've got a whole cast. Look, LIEnette is just, to me, she is like the best. She is Christmas in July. I love people of Walmart. I love What in the Rapture, and she tickles all of my absurdist ridiculousness, self-righteous weirdo, oddball-y thing. It is just, she is the creme de la creme. Like, what am I looking at here? And I love it.
So
she's not a nice person.
I took like 20 minutes and created an intro outro thing. You want to see it? All right. Well, whenever Winning comes in, I'll actually kick it so you'll get to see the whole thing. So that way people get a chance to sort of pile in here and they'll get a chance to see it. It's and yes,
Sounds like a plan.
and if
And
you're
the
wondering,
Hales
you're
are
wondering
so nice. They just give back so much. And to
that
see
right there.
someone really try to scam on them and try all of these underhanded, really dirty tactics when she's not a nice person to begin with.
Yes.
And for me personally, it's the fact that there's a 4-year-old involved too. I mean, that right there, point blank, is really, really troubling. Um,
Well, and I mean, I'm sure there's some sort of redeeming quality about her. I've yet to see it, but I'm sure there is. Almost everybody
It's
has some sort of redeeming quality. And it,
She
and you know,
converts oxygen to carbon dioxide. That
there you
is,
go.
I mean, the plants need it, and I'm sure that frequency, it calms some animals, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean,
She probably single-handedly kept Virginia Slims in business.
but one of the reasons that everybody's covering it is because this is something that falls into that area that we like to look at, which is a lot of law stuff, a lot of just weird, crazy stuff. I mean, and you sort of pick your choice of like, I mean, think about this. What was it that drew you to even paying attention to the Hales in the first place? Was it, just their quirkiness, their enthusiasm, their fearlessness, the way they operated, what was it that drew you to them? And that's sort of the same way that everybody is sort of like falling in and seeing like different aspects of somebody that they're not like this, million plus subscriber thing.
And
And
they're
everybody that's interested in the Hales, like, is
they're
just like a
very
bunch of nice
real.
people. Yeah. Like
They're
all of
very
their
real.
all of
And
their
you can't
followers are just welcoming and
yeah,
nice.
you can't fake that. You can't y y you surround yourself with people that you're like, and if I've, seen anything with the people that are surrounding the Hales, and I haven't really watched a lot of Hales videos, I will tell you that I just saw LIEnette and I was like, "Oh my god, there's a character." Like, I kinda stopped there, but, Expert was showing the Christmas special where they were
Yep.
giving those kids, and look, I have been the single mom where I'm like, "Okay, what am I gonna get my kid for Christmas?" Now, mind you, my kid was at that time, 1 and wouldn't have cared, but, parents you've all felt that little pit in your stomach when you can't get, the current thing because that's just way out of budget. So, I
Yep.
can't imagine just the stress that was taken off a bunch of parents and how wonderful that felt and how much fun those kids had and just how much fun those people were having giving. It was infectious, and I need to watch more videos, but I'll tell you I was kinda deep diving into Dune stuff for some reason.
It happens. Well, and that's what I started doing with this. This is all about their adventures in Otter Creek, because that sort of
Oh,
interests me. Just because both my wife and I we've been looking to acquire some property. This flood crap is costing a lot of money, so that sort of puts all that on down the road a little ways. It's like, damn it,
it's like,
what?
why couldn't have this happened when people were, like, throwing money at you to buy your house? Like, "I will give you a gajillion and $12 to buy your house."
All right, here's the intro, and then we'll bring winning in. But check
Okay.
it out.
George, psst. Are you ready to show everybody where our new home is?
Before we show you, we want to show you why the Hales would we buy where we bought.
What did you say?
I said, Jeremy, I'm a huge fan.
George is out in the parking lot. Look at that. Am I on the naughty list?
when we don't even drink it. There was one improvement. I actually received this bill one day after its due date. Please, let's do the news read. I didn't start this war with the neighbors,
but I fully intend on winning it.
I can't, sir. I cannot hear you very well. Not at all. I have to hold you up to my ear to hear you. Something is wrong. Can you please check your mic? I do not have perception of time. I don't have perception of dates and times. I do not, and my brain does not work that way. My child just fell down. You are not a nice person.
Welcome winning.
Whoa, hey, what's up? How's everybody doing?
I try
Winning
not
this-
to be a nice person.
Winning, this is Mo in the deep end. I don't think you two have
Hello.
met.
Hi, Mo. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing
Mo
well.
has-
I'm doing well.
Mo has a wonderful channel and like 50 kids.
Wow.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. It feels like
I run a kids sanctuary. It's a for-profit charity. Please donate.
Cool. That's awesome.
and
Wow.
yes. So Mo, she has a channel. She does newsy news in the mornings and newsy news at nights. Usually it's about an hour
Yes.
show. And then you'll just find her just randomly on somebody else's stream. She does stuff on Saturdays
I do.
with Baker, and she's just awesome.
Well,
I
that's
know.
awesome to me.
Yeah, I just did a story about all the New Orleans rats eating all of the devil's lettuce evidence. So the rats are all high.
And of course, winning, he covers a lot of politics and
Ooh,
you
I
know,
love
just
politics.
news of the weird, and a lot of the he's trying to enlighten people to see things that are beyond the veils.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. Right
Yeah.
on, man. Definitely. Yeah. So it's really good to meet you. Wow. You must be busy between the streams and all the kids. It's like, wow. I just can't imagine how you juggle all that.
Well, they're all in school now, so I get to have a little bit of a life. And I'm really bad at tech, so I'm learning. But I've learned a lot in the last 6-ish months, 8-ish. I don't math. That's why I have so many kids. That rhythm method requires math.
That's awesome. Well, cool. Thanks for inviting me on, Shiz. How you been doing?
Oh, I've been really good. Have you heard about what the Hales?
I've been catching on to it, man. It's like everybody in the world seems to be covering it. I see the name everywhere now. It's like it's like wow.
Good.
But
Good.
I did check into them briefly. I started looking into them recently when I caught them live on the DUI guy. They were live with them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that was really interesting to kind of get the backstory on how complex this situation is. I went to their site and their page, their channel, and I started going back through their videos to try to figure out how it started, because what I was getting the gist of is this is some kind of small town justice going on here. I've been in small towns before, so I know how this kind of work. But it seems like they were just getting hit from all sides. And I was like, I wonder where this started. And it seemed like to me, it started with the mayor. So I'm wondering if, and evidently the neighbor's a drug dealer. And I'm wondering, maybe there's some kind of like, behind the scenes money-making thing going on where they've, unfortunately moved next to the wrong people. I don't know.
No, they
I'm trying to
did
figure
move
it out.
they didn't move next to the wrong people. The wrong people moved next door to them.
Okay, okay, that's how it
So,
went. Right.
really quick backstory. So there's this lady, LIEnette Preston. She's got a bunch of different names on top of that, but basically her name is LIEnette Preston, and her ex-husband, which they were married up until some point in time, who knows why. His name is John
Have you
Crook,
met
and
her?
they just call him John Crook. It's
Okay.
just easier to sort of keep that in mind. So they have LIEnette moved in. Well, she moved from Port Arthur, is that right? Port Royal. She moved from Port Royal to Otter Creek because she saw them as influencers, and from what I can gather, I can't confirm this because I haven't seen this. So what I can gather is that she was hoping that they would hire one of her children and sort of give them a place to live, because the Hales actually take care of their employees. They set them up in a place, and they pay them a decent salary, and it's just to help that like cycle of life kind of thing. They're very very giving to people that are around them, and something I guess set them off with LIEnette, and they just said nope, we're done with this kind of thing. And it turns out
She didn't move in there to work for them, did she?
I don't know. See, we haven't got to that part yet.
I got you.
So a lot of these people could probably tell you, like the chat in here, they know all about this because they've been following this for over 3 years now.
Wow.
I swear it's got more lore than Dune. I'm telling you. Like
and so put a short story. I'll sort of shorten it up. So she moved in across the street from them, and he, because she's a crazy stalker psycho person, he decided to go in because their domicile is in Ohio. They just are sort of snowbird in Florida, and they're sort of fixing this place up,
Okay.
to make it happen. Well, in the process of doing this, they wanted to get a restraining order against her. And so they went to Ohio because that's where they're domiciled, because they're not domiciled in Florida. They got a restraining order from her. Just basically says, within 500 feet, you can't be around me unless, we're driving by on the street. It's a normal restraining order. You drive by on the street. It's like, you can shorten it down to like 10 feet, small town, you're going to run into each other.
Right.
You can't give 500 feet in something this small, but just sort of keep clear, just stay away kind of thing. Well, and it was granted because it was a crazy mixture of psychopathy there. They came back to Florida and basically tried to get the police to enforce this restraining order to keep them off. But unbeknownst to them, LIEnette filed a restraining order against them. And it's just that the judge has been siding with this lady, like giving her legal advice. And they just they're last I checked, it was like $125,000 in the hole, just trying to get Florida to enforce this. They're having to go federal with this to get the judge pulled off the case because they've had like 5 hearings.
They're terrible.
And the Hales still haven't been able to show any sort of evidence. That's how bad it's been.
Yeah,
Wow.
she filibustered a deposition to the point that, I mean, she was deleting evidence, talking on the phone, talking to other people.
I think I saw that. If it's the same one, where she said she couldn't remember things, and then she had to go, and she had her phone out, and she was trying to text some lady who was giving her money, or something like that.
Yeah, it's just mind-boggling that when the Hale's lawyer put something in a memo to say all of these things, that this litigation should be dropped immediately just because of her behavior at the deposition. The judge took issue with the, I guess, pedantic terminology of the wording of the briefing. I guess it was supposed to be a technical brief instead of a citation brief or some stupid BS. And he babbled on for 30 minutes, and I was like, giblets. I'd start throwing paper wads at him, but that's why I'm not a lawyer.
Wow.
I'd have a nerf.
That sort of catches you up with it, and also because it is in the legal system, you've got a lot of people that are in the law tubes that started like nosing into it. We're just like, oh, this is really cool. I think DUI guy really started nosing into it, and Megan Fox, they really started digging into it, and come to find out, there's just so many people that know so much about this that it's turned into just everybody, just sort of coming together and trying to get the word spread out to as far and wide as you can, because they had to start recording it because their concern was as shady as the crap that was going on in the town prior to this, that this is like, I want to make sure I have this on record everywhere I go. I'm going to have my phone. I'm going to be recording this stuff, and I can delete it or whatever if I need to, but I want to have record of all the shady shit that's going on from top to bottom. And that's sort of what that's what I'm doing. And whenever I was talking with Jeremy, we were on Nick Staro's, he was saying, everything they have, all of this comes off of their website. This is all on their YouTube channel. It's under Otter Creek. He said everything from the beginning up until where we're at that's where you'll find it. And that's all.
List.
Yeah. So this is just like a watch party kind of thing. It's
cool.
It's because I haven't seen it and I want to watch it. And I was like, well, why not watch it and have people come hang out and we can shoot the shit and have a good time while we're doing it.
Yeah. Learn the story. Sounds good. I see a lot of people in the chat. Well, some people in the chat are spilling some information here about it. They said, I see something about a turtle farm and a $1 donation bucket.
Yeah, so she wanted to set up a donation bucket for her turtle sanctuary at their $1 sale, or she wanted to set up a donation bucket at their $1 sale that they do. It is to basically raise money for the kids. They basically, because they get so much stuff from storage containers and storage units, it's not junk. It's just there's so much of it that they can sell it off for $1, and all that money is used to help out. That's really all it is, and people get stuff out of it. So, hooray!
That's a great idea.
Is that what started the rift between the neighbors? Like, was it the turtle thing, the donations? Wonder how they got off on the bad foot.
Because they told her no. You're not going to set up a donation bucket at our event.
And that was it, huh?
God. Yeah, that set her off.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So this right here, this first one is they're basically showing the property. They haven't actually purchased it at this point in time. They made a trip from Ohio, had a flat tire. They stopped off in Tifton. We know where Tifton is. Stopped off in Tifton to sort of get the tire repaired, and here they are in Florida. They're sort of walking the property, checking everything out, seeing where they're going to park things. Hey, ID Crisis, good to see you. Good to see you, brother.
ID Crisis, what's up, man?
Man, good people.
The entire village.
Let's go find the highest cypress knee.
Let's find the tallest and the thickest. Jeremy, a minute ago you were just crying. What are you doing now?
Oh, I had to take a knee. Cypress knee.
Cypress knee. I see what you did there.
Look at this. Right around from the
dad
cypress
jokes,
grove.
even in Florida.
Look at right around from the cypress tree. Look at that
Ooh,
beautiful palm tree.
I love me some palm trees.
Now, if I did want to timber, because we bought property, we made sure we bought property with mature trees on it. If I did want to timber, I could bring in an additional $50,000, $100,000. I am not planning on timbering anytime soon. So, that being said, the force is saying as it is,
that is timbering.
So basically, what you do is you take a section of your property and you'll clear it out. You'll sell off all the old wood, especially the old wood. You'll sell that off. And what you do is you plant new trees behind that. So basically you clear out, and you don't have to clear out every single tree. You can if you've got 70 acres, that's, you can take 10 acres and completely cut that out and turn around and plant pine within like 5-6 years. You're going to have some really tall pines, and you're going to be able to turn around and just keep rotating that out. And then you just keep doing sections of your property like that. And, by the time that you're ready to retire or leave, you've got some sort of income that's helped out quite a bit.
Oh yeah, no, I'd never heard the word.
Oh yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Love trees. I don't hug them, but I love them. The back 40, and literally it's about 40 acres, has a full creek running through it. It is a beautiful creek. We're going to look at it in a moment, but that area is going to remain untouched. We've already invited Rob, Lunkers TV, out to go hunting with us. Some other friends are probably going to be hanging out there as well. That all generates income. Your goal is always to make investments that generate more income. You want your purchase to make you more money, make your money work for you, not you work for money. That is going to work and pay for itself right there.
Now what are you doing?
I feel like I'm on Survivor, so right now I'm using the leaves to wipe my back end. And on Survivor, to survive, you always have to build a shelter. This area here, this is where we have planned to build a 100 by 100, a 10,000 square foot facility. That will be our warehouse, 2 stories. It will also have an efficiency apartment. That's a 1-bedroom apartment, open plan for a kitchen and then a bathroom. And then at a minimum, we're putting 4 RV hookups in it as well. It's going to be absolutely amazing. That's what we're going to build this season while we're here during the winter. And then we will transition into a house next winter. Overall, the property looks like this.
Not a bad
with the
idea.
back 40 right up through here, the front 40 right up through here. Here's the current buildings in the house. This right here, that's where the new warehouse is going to go. Check this out. Look at this. You see that there?
Mm-hmm.
That's deer. This is all deer. Now, the soil is so sandy in Florida, especially where we're at, that they can just tear the ground up. The benefit for that is literally I can do all the landscaping just with a tractor and a front bucket. As a matter of fact, we're going to go look at one today. So it's awesome for wildlife and it's awesome for
I love it.
landscaping. I like sandy soil.
Yeah. Then they bought the schoolhouse.
George, I think I found our first abandoned bounce house. George, your feet are right by a snake. Right by a snake.
Don't scare me like that. What is that, a hose?
Oh, he would be in so much trouble.
Has taught us that you can catch giant pythons in Florida and turn them in for money. And we're hoping our 70 acres are filled with them because we're going to turn them all into the state, make a ton of cash there. Let's look under here.
That's what my career has become.
Let's look and see if there's a snake. Anything? Anything?
Just
Car
a bunch
parts.
of abandoned stuff.
A bunch of abandoned stuff. Unfortunately, because the property has been abandoned, a lot of people have been dumping garbage on it. The orange right here, that's where the new home will go with the expansion of the Gator pond all the way here in a kidney shape with a covered porch and decking going down into the pond.
Oh, very cool.
Wow. You feel like you're in a paradise?
I do. A little piece of paradise.
Oh, man. What are these palm tree bushes behind you? What do you call these things?
Tropical plants.
Well, tropical plants or a tropical.
Those are yucca plants.
I just need a pina colada.
No
pina colada. Virgin pina colada.
Those are yuccas.
Sorry. I'd be like, do those make tequila?
No.
Not sure what it
Damn
No,
it.
but they do. They will flatten the tire.
love moss.
Well,
I know what it is. I love
Spanish
it on the
moss.
old oak trees.
Yes.
It makes them look
Beautiful.
vintage, and we love vintage old things.
Me
It makes
too.
them look so bearded and so
It's so funny whenever
unique
the
with wisdom.
non-Southerns
I
come and
absolutely
see
love it.
this.
It's one of the most beautiful things in Florida.
I don't
One of
I
the
don't care
most,
for
not
it,
the
but I
most.
mean,
Oh, whenever you see it in like
you won't
Savannah
blush
or
for.
Charleston, you go, oh,
What did
that's
you
just
find
looks
now?
I
awesome.
didn't know we were getting a bonus motocross bike.
An
Yeah.
abandoned motocross bike.
oh, my boys would be over the moon.
Bonus.
Gonna have some fun.
Except they ain't gonna move.
Well, no, they don't know that, but they'd be like,
I'm
can we
just
get
in
some
love.
WD-40 and a
We saw this
battery?
property the
We're going to make
first
this
time, I
work.
fell in love immediately. Not
They
only is it
would.
perfect for making income, not only is it perfect for doing YouTube, not only is it perfect for being in the perfect location and getting to everywhere we need to go, but it's perfect as far as the landscape. We have our own creek running through the back. Look at all
Oh,
the
yeah.
cypress knees. You see them all, George?
Uh-huh.
We have cypress groves everywhere. Look at all, just look up and down here. Look up and down here. This is all
So pretty.
wildlife. Wildlife has been through all of this. Look at there on the ground. Wildlife has just, we are saturated with Florida
wildlife. And with that comes some issues as well. I think there's an issue right down there. Let's go check it out.
When here's something to keep in mind, whenever you've got that much undergrowth, if you come in and you clear some of the undergrowth and separate the trees out a little bit, the trees that you have will flourish and you'll end up with a nice shaded area, because what's happening is all that undergrowth will strangle your plants out. So you sort of clear those things out and it'll actually help the trees and all of the wildlife thrive, and you'll actually get more critters in there that are not like rodent type. So there's always that.
You talk about taking all that yucca out right there, like getting all that stuff out of there.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
clear a lot of that stuff out, and you don't have to clear it all out, but you just sort of get it a little bit more tame and under control. If not, it just turns into a big jungle, and then you can't get through there, and wildlife can't get through it either. They'll just make little paths through there. So if you clear a lot of that stuff out, you end up just actually helping your land quite a bit. While they were working, I just watched the early vids when they were clearing all the dump stuff off. This is the first one whenever they first got here. So this is the very first one. I go diving there whenever you go home. That's why I was looking at buying there. Yeah. I'm a certified diver also, so I understand.
Whenever you buy a piece of property this huge and a piece of property that's been abandoned for a long time, people start getting on your property, especially when you have wildlife. You know what this is, George?
Yep.
Some type of feeder.
This is a feeder. They were baiting the wildlife. Now, for us, we're not going to bait the wildlife to shoot them. We're going to bait the wildlife to shoot them, film them. We actually want to film them for the ASMR channel. This is just an entire oasis in the back of the property, which is just going to be perfect for turtles and reptiles and you name it.
Did you hear that?
You can think of it. This is
Oh no,
turtles.
Film for what the ASMR.
They stole her idea.
The back
Before
40
she
right
had
through
it.
here with the creek flowing through and the branches here. This will remain undeveloped, and this can generate quite a bit of income with selling hunts, and this will be our getaway. This will be our escape for actually creating the ASMR. Here's the creek that runs right through 2 branches of the creek.
What was that? Tug had a strike at his YouTube channel. Megan on with him. Note was sent to him. A probable, more than likely. That wouldn't surprise me. That wouldn't surprise me at all. I mean, some people are like that. Yeah, there's a hunt club next door to them, and if there's a hunt club next door, a lot of times you can communicate with people that are right next door and just say, hey, I'm going to open this portion of it up, and if you guys want to, if they want to expand into their hunting grounds, we can sort of pull this together and increase the rates, and then they'll have a larger area to hunt on. That's not a bad idea. I mean,
really good ideas. Of course, I want to buy land in Wyoming to start my commune of hermits. So there you go. It's my antisocial club.
Well, that sucks. They keep picking on him.
Yeah, really.
Here
Leave
and
Tug alone.
Yeah.
Up here.
We have to go look over there. I see something amazing. So we just found this makeshift bridge in part of our
Y'all,
creek
every
where
time I see a
across the
body
creek,
of water in
and we'll see
Florida,
it
I'm
over
like,
there.
there's a gator in there. Do not go.
No, you can see where gators are at. You can see them.
I just did a story where a guy done lost his hand.
Well,
trying
you
to get
don't.
a fish.
You're not supposed to play with them. I mean, that's just
Don't pet 'em.
foolish. Yeah.
Okay,
Don't
I
pet
felt
'em.
bad because I really want the 911 calls because they're all in Florida, man. It's like, God done lost his hand. And the operator's like, is this about the gator call? And they're like, he done lost his hand. It's off. OFF off. I'm just like,
It's OF
then-
off.
I may have ad-libbed a little bit, but it was full Florida man. And I was like, this is very sad.
If I can even make it.
All right, careful.
Hopefully a gator doesn't come up and snatch me.
Oh yeah.
I think I got this.
You got this, boo boo. You got this.
Nice.
And if a gator comes, got that.
That's always fun.
This is the biggest and widest cypress tree I have ever seen in my life.
Oh, I'd build
Jeremy,
my house right next to it.
have you seen this thing?
No, I'd build my house in it.
Where are you?
Help!
No, nope, that thing would come down.
George, help! Look how huge this thing is.
You found a clubhouse
Here,
already?
give me
Shizzy,
the
you're
camera,
killing
give me the
all
camera.
my dreams. Stop.
Yeah.
You're not my
because
mom.
You're saying his home. I mean, you got your home right there, but no, that thing would need to come down. It's almost totally destroyed at this point.
So mean. Killing all of my dreams.
Well, no, you just build a house out of it. There you go.
How am I going to be Swiss Family Robinson?
It's hollowed out. It goes straight up. This is amazing. Here's the best part about the property. We chose this location to make sure we could get to every other location. And the state is making plans to make sure that their toll road that gets you to every location, all the great beaches in Florida, is probably, not 100% yet, but probably coming straight through. And guess whose property it's going to be next? Now you're thinking, no, I wouldn't want a toll road right next to the property. Well, it's not going to be right next. It's going to be a couple miles away. But that means tourism. And tourism means prices of value of land go up, way up. So hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of property all of a sudden turns into millions of dollars worth of property. This could be our greatest investment ever.
Oh
Nice.
man.
So that's how it started. That is how it started.
Oh.
And make sure you guys, if you haven't, subscribe to the What That Is. And of course, we'll go to the next one. It'll just automatically come up because it's on the playlist. I'll just mute it for a little bit. So yeah, the next one will come up
Have
automatically.
the property officially. Okay, so here's what's going on. It's been a Hales of a crazy day. I've literally been on the road all day. I was at a Discovery Channel celebrity's home all day. You'll get to see that video soon.
It's acting all funky. Hopefully it straightens up.
Probably in 2 days. I have a ton of editing to do. I'm at the camper. I just got back 5 minutes ago. We're headed over to the property. We're going to the 70-acre ranch. Now, here's the thing with the 70-acre ranch. I legally owned it yesterday. We're headed there now.
And a Georgia man will kill the gator, use the food, make shoes and handbags out of its skin, and sell the tail to Florida man.
And all while having gumbo.
Yes. It's a good story.
But if you start playing Zydeco music, I am out. Look, I can't do it.
You just gotta have
can't.
good Zydeco. Gotta have good Zydeco. Both winning.
No,
brings back
songs
Mardi
have
Gras
to have
memories.
an end. Songs have to have an end. It's the same reason I can't do jazz. There has to be an end at some point. There just does.
Hey, Mimsy, good to see you. Good to see you.
Mimsy.
In here. Oh yeah.
Now, but I've been way too busy to actually get over there. So I got back here after being at the celebrities, the Discovery Channel celebrities home today and hanging out. Threw the chickens in the back of the truck. We're getting the chickens on the ranch today. Okay, so instead of
Free-range
just making
nuggets.
a normal
Yes,
video
free-range
today and
nuggets. I love
releasing
it.
a video at 5:30, you're gonna be right here with me, shotgun right along as the What the Hales family, and we're headed over to the ranch for the first time since legally owning it. It has not been an easy stretch trying to get the property by any stretch of the imagination. Even getting down to the actual location, you guys know we had the blowout. We were promised to be on the property early. Closing was supposed to be December 23rd. Closing got pushed to January 13th, which is today. So we actually closed yesterday, and I had to beg to close yesterday because I knew I would be gone all day today. that even had its own challenges closing yesterday
Wow.
because the money had to be wired. This wasn't contingent based on financing. This was a cash offer deal. And so the money had to be wired an account from an account. Most banks will not let you wire money unless you're there at the bank to actually sign documentation. All right, turning onto the road now. We're not far. I'm going to show you some of the challenges that I have to deal with. Now, all of this here, take a look. All of this here, this is all infringing on my property. All the way down this pathway here, all of this is on my property. This is tomorrow's first project. This hoarder having all of this crap all over my property. That's going to be a major issue. And this right here, this is the hoarder's son. So I'll talk with you tomorrow. So this is the hoarder's son right there. And the hoarder's son.
I'm sorry, that's funny. That is such a
No craps given.
I love it.
Deficit.
Back for you later.
Oh my god.
He just rolls down the window. I'll be talking to you tomorrow.
Oh my gosh. I want 1/10 of that
that is so
brass.
beautiful. That's
brass
one of those
nugget set.
I don't give two fucks. Sorry about the language, but that is exactly what that is.
That is full F deficit right there, and I am here for it. I am here for it.
Yes.
So they got stuff from that property that whoever's living there, right? That guy. And they just have stuff strewn out in front of their house that to the point where it's infringing on his property. Is that what he's saying?
No, I think they've just got everything shoved in that area, from what I can tell. Like they've moved into his property.
Oh, they shouldn't be there at all.
Right.
Okay.
Even though while they were
Squatting.
clearing another car that was there. I love it. I love this.
Is actually living right here in this trailer. And then grandma is living right here. This is all part of the frontage of the property that I'm dealing with, that I'm going to have to deal with as far as neighbors. Now, right here,
I think I know what it is. So there's, and let me see if I've got it. So someone sent it to me in an email, and I'll point something out really super quick. I think I know exactly what the deal is with this. Give me just a second, and I'll find it. Because I was, and once he started driving off, I think I understood exactly what it was that he was saying. So where is it? Right here. And let's see, is this it? Okay, here, I'll show you. Let me open on, where is it? Talk on it. Let's see, move it over here. Damn it. That work? No, that didn't work. Let's see. Okay, let me share this tab instead. Okay, so here this will sort of give you an idea. It's possibility it's one of these properties here. Okay. One of those properties, or it could even be a property over here or wherever.
Yeah.
But basically, because his property has those little legs in there, I mean, it could even be somewhere over here or over here or whatever. But it's basically part of the frontage. Is what, whenever he said frontage, that's what he's talking about. It's somewhere along in here that those people live. Probably one of those little fingers, and they've got junk just strewn into his land, like over here or maybe over here or something. So,
good Lord.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, it's not that it's they just got portion of it. Yeah, see, yes, infringed on the property. He bought it. Take what you want. The rest goes to trash. The road goes to cell tower, I believe. Yeah.
Frontage that I own. This is frontage that I own right here up on the road.
Yep,
the goal being to actually own it all. I'm going to show you something really cool too.
Be right back.
If we look over to the other side, I'll show it to you. There's a vehicle coming here. This is an historic old church right there. This is owned by the African Methodists, and I'm going to see what I can do to actually purchase that property. And then this property right here, actually owned by one of the children. And now we're driving in. So here we go. We are on the property. We're driving in. Now there's things on the property, such as you see this truck here that looks like Sierra, maybe looks like a Sierra. By the way, I'm not reading any of your comments. I can't right now because I'm actually on the phone. Yeah, that's a Z71. Why the Hales is that on my property? No stinking idea. We're headed back to the actual home. By the way, the fence, look at this. You see this? This is hogs. That's hogs. That's wild hog. Now,
Ooh,
previous
bacon.
video, George and I, we did some joking around saying it was deer. That's all hog right there. So that's hog. We can't wait to actually get the hog on video for you. All right, we're headed back. I know it's going to be bumpy. The tractor shows up tomorrow.
Yeah, you don't really want to be messing with wild hogs like that. They will charge you, they will gouge you, and they will trample you, and then they will proceed to eat every bit of your body, all the way down past the bone.
I think I have a creative solution to a couple problems we've been having here. We just need to think outside the boxes here.
Yeah, shh. Outside the pond, you mean?
All of this here, I know it's hard to tell, but all of this is going to be cleared. All of it. That's going to be the front yard. And the tractor is coming for that. We are finally getting these chickens where they actually belong. This is pretty historic. This is pretty epic for what the Hales. 1,400 watching right now. All right, I'm going to set you down. I'm going to set you down right here. And we're headed back to the home. Okay. And we're going to get inside the home. I'm going to show you where the office is going to be.
Yeah.
For now on, I'm right next to the actual alligator pond right now. Show you the alligator pond. Here we go. Here is the alligator pond right out there. There's the gator pond. Now, I've been with gators and crocs all day. And you'll get to see that video later.
I've never seen gators in
Hales
crocs.
of a day today. It was the most amazing thing in the world. And there's going to be
I have never seen gators in Crocs. Well, actually, I take that back. I've seen quite a few gator fans in Crocs. I'm so bad.
much more coming. But that is the gator pond. And there is a dock. Well, I'll show you. You can see the dock right here. Okay. I'm going to try and show you the dock. All right. Here's the dock right here that goes to the gator pond. Oh, I hear chickens. Okay, so that's the dock that goes to the gator pond. So here's what we got to do. We definitely have to get the chickens set up. Chickens are no longer going to be at the camper, and we're going to get in the house. I'm going to show you where the magic's going to happen in the house as well. Anybody sending super chats, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate you guys
if you're
watching.
sending super chats, thank you so much.
Appreciate your support. And I just can't see all the comments yet. All right.
So that's why it's so jittery, is because he's actually live streaming. So if he was recording this, it wouldn't be so jittery, but because he's live streaming, it's using like the lowest connection that it can do. And make sure you guys are hitting that like thumbs up as you're coming in here. Like, hit the thumbs up and make sure that you're subbed up to these two wonderful people there. Let's see, Winning, if you'll put your information in private chat, I'll drop it into the main thing.
Okay, awesome.
Where is craziness? What? I'm so
these
bad at this.
buildings were existing on the property already.
Yeah.
Or are
Yeah,
these
these were existing on the property already.
okay?
And, well, better yet, if you just type something in chat, I'll mod you up if that works better. I think I've already got that's the cell tower road. Okay. Yeah, and Mad Englishman says, oh, there we go. And that is moderator, so there we go. So now you can put your information in there. And that makes it easier. Awesome.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. So what was it? It was a Mad Englishman, I believe, that I saw. Mad Englishman. You went hunting wild frogs in south of France. They're 100 pounds of anger and muscle. Absolutely. Now we were in France last year. No, was it the year before? Yeah, we were in Italy last year and in France the year before, and we went everywhere from God, what is the name of it? Like in the middle of Italy, around the like troglodyte caverns and all that. I'm trying to think of there's a particular region that is, and I can't think of it off the top of my head, all the way up to like Brittany and then across and then into Paris for our final stay. That was an absolute blast. I actually have videos of that on there, but we never saw any wild hogs. Never saw any of those. Oh.
You know, Shizzy, I'm actually, as of today, 30 away from hitting 4,600.
Dude.
Holy fazoli's, you are
30
awesome.
away from hitting 46.
Yeah, I
That
got
is
blessed by
amazing.
good logic the other night because I've been fighting uphill YouTube battle for a while now, and they have been draining subs, and good logic blessed me the other night and stopped in to send a raid over.
Nice.
Put me back up to where I
So
had been at the end of
cool.
last year when they drained all the subs off. So I kind of made it all up in one night. So I'm so close to breaking 46 now.
That's beautiful.
I've been trying forever.
Thank you, Nunya. That's
thank
awesome.
you, Nunya. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you've been killing it lately over there. You've just been rocking along. I think during your stream of what was it? Not State of the Union, but during the primary, you had like a few hundred in there in your chat.
Yeah, that was a good night. Man, I've really been rocking on Rumble lately. Like I've taken a few shows over to Rumble and just done kickoff shows on the YouTube side, just to kind of let people know that's where we're going and stop in. I'd give a little content before we do the jump. We go over there just to avoid the copyright stuff and to be free about what we're talking about and get into some deeper topics. That's been going great. I mean, I'm breaking thousands in the view counts, and I've gained 74 subscribers or followers within just 3 months. It's like that.
Oh, congratulations.
There's a market over there that likes the old school documentaries and likes the read-alongs with Unrigged the Game. We just finished our first book, Control Oligarchs. We're getting ready to start our second book. So those shows do good over there.
And Mad Englishman lived in Provence for 12 years, hunted with a longbow, thousands in the south edge of the mountains. Wow, that's awesome.
Thank you, Rhonda.
Yes, thank you guys. Yeah, the link is right up above. There's his link right there. Yeah, I mean, and these are really this really is one of the nicest groups that you can run into. I mean, they're just they know all about this guy and all of it. But they've been following him for a long time. It's not like he's just like this overnight, success or anything like that.
Yeah, I could tell. The fan base for the Hale is amazing. I mean, amazing.
Oh yeah.
And good fans too, you don't get I'm sure you get the trolls in there, but they seem to be overpowered by like the good people, which is beautiful to see. Because trolls don't stand a chance. They come in and they get weeded out really fast. Whenever you've got good following.
Yep.
Are you here? Okay. It was crazy. It was crazy even trying to get to this point to purchase property in Florida. Yesterday, my bank broke all the banking rules to let me electronically wire money while I was
Nice.
here in Florida instead of having to fly home to Ohio. That was a huge blessing that they said, you know what, we've done so much business with you. We're not going to require you to come in. And
That's good.
they got
That's
it
not
all done.
breaking
I
any
even
rules.
got all the electric transferred into my name yesterday.
Nice.
Didn't have time to get on the property, but didn't. By the way, anybody who says I'm afraid of chickens and alligators, no. Obviously, if you're watching my videos, that's normal Florida life here. So chickens are going to be fine with alligators. Alligators are fine with chickens. The whole deal. As a matter of fact, right down the road, one of our viewers, she might even be on right now. They have free range chickens, and they don't even have a coop. They just run all over the property all day, right around the corner. Okay, so I got you on the tripod. I have no idea how well this is going to work, but here we are. Here's the house. Okay, we'll get the chicken set up.
Oh, they have done so
let's
much with
see
it since then.
first. Let's see if our J, no, this J does not stand for JK, or I would have put a K there. There's our J that we hung up right there.
J-bone.
Marking the home. That was from, I think that was the $575 unit. And then here are the chicken mansions. We're going to get the chicken set up here today. And then you're going to be with me as we get the chicken set up. And then this is the home. Okay. Now keep in mind, this entire home is eventually, it's all going to be knocked down. But it's going to be temporary headquarters while we're getting all set up and prepping for building. The one thing I have come to a conclusion, there's no way that Floridians are going to move as fast as I want them to move for everything that I want to get accomplished and done. So this is the home. And then the camper is going to be temporary home right over here. But this will be temporary warehousing. And then the 10,000 square foot warehouse will be over there. And then this will also be warehousing too. So let's go look.
Wow.
This is big.
Okay.
It's a miracle.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
actually finally
Yeah.
on the property. This is
You're just looking at this
huge,
going,
huge.
oh, I want
There's
this
so
property.
much work to be done, and I can finally.
Well, but
dig
it's
in
so nice
and
that they
start
have
getting the-
flat cleared land that they can actually have some settled things,
Oh, yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now-
I mean, it's,
How can they have the RV with no hookups?
oh, they do have hookups there. So what they can do is they can hook up to the water because most of it's going to be potable water that comes out of the well that they'll be able to fill their RV back up and flush and all that kind of stuff. And
Look, if it's not in my room, I'm like, look, it's too people-y. I'll Google it.
Oh man. Remember this is in January of 2021. And LIEnette moved across the road in October or September the following year.
Good Lord, she is
Or no, that later that year. So later that year she moved across the road.
work done. This is going to be epic. Okay, let's take a look at the office. We're in Florida, and while it is the coldest winter in 25 years, the whole office is going to be set up right out here. So this is the screened in porch area. You guys can see all that. There's a door over here. And if you remember from the videos, this is the gun cabinet.
Nice.
No gun. And then if you saw something,
I love it.
lift the screen, bam, you're good.
Oh, sweet.
Bam,
All right,
got
so
dinner.
this is where I'm going to set the office up. You can see we have outlets here. This is what we call really, really strong security now that we own the house. But the whole office will be out here on the screened in porch. And I'll get rid of the satellite dish flowers that are popping up, and probably even the old tire dragon. But being able to work out here, come on, please be on still. Yes, we still have power. That's good. So my biggest fear yesterday was that they would turn off the power and then there'd be additional fees to turn on the power. I got everything transferred
I mean, yesterday was just intense. It was crazy, crazy intense for me. I was driving all over the place. I was everywhere, anywhere and everywhere. I had so much to do yesterday. And then I still made it to the town hall meeting on time. So that was pretty miraculous. I didn't think I was going to actually make it after I got everything else done. But this will be the office. Set up tables, chairs. You know, some of these chairs, obviously, if it's on the property, when you buy property, if it's on the property, you own it. So let's head out here. Let's take a look
Well,
at
sort
the
of.
chicken mansion. Oh, I guess the door,
Not
you know,
always.
I don't even know how my door works. I think there we go. There we go. All right. So this facility is temporary, but the chicken mansions, well,
Yeah.
chicken mansions last forever, right? So the chickens are going to be boom. Tonight, they're going to stay right in here.
Ooh.
One way or another, that door is going to close. They have higher nesting boxes up in here, and I'll work on all of this stuff later, obviously. But for tonight, the high nesting boxes or snakes come in. But for tonight, this is their home. As a matter of fact, what we're going to do, I'm gonna set you guys up right now. I'm gonna set you guys up right here to watch. So I got the tripod. I'm gonna set you guys on the tripod. I'm gonna go get the chickens. And while I know that the video is all over the place, which is rough. This is not our highest quality video we've ever put out, but hey, that's what happens when
Obviously.
you
Probably like mine was in
sporadically
France
end up going
or Italy.
live. Okay, I'll put you up on the tripod.
Probably like me when I'm
Put
trying
you
to
where
understand
you
how to
can
do
watch
shorts.
the chicken coop. And wow, you guys have sent $12.87. That'll help put a better door on the chicken coop. All right, let me grab the chicken. Okay?
This guy, it kills me. That'll help put a better door on the chicken coop.
There you go.
It's awesome.
All right. Here's one. Now, if you don't know how to actually calm a chicken down, this is how you calm a chicken down. You take the chicken's head just like this. I'm not hurting the chicken, even though some of you right now are thinking, oh man, you're hurting the chicken. Tuck the head underneath the wing like that. And now the chicken stops wiggling. The chicken stops. You see how calm the chicken is now? Look at that. Chicken is mesmerized in calmness. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take Big Red here. I'm going to put her inside her new home.
And set her up inside one of the boxes.
Oh, there you go, girl. Oh, I see. We can close this. They got a piece of wire. Okay. So we will be able to latch that up tonight until I get to work on it more. Let me grab another chicken.
Go grab another chicken. But see, that's the thing, is watching these older ones really brings you, sort of the naivety of how he's just.
Oh, they're gonna love this.
All
She's
spit
the biggest,
and piss and vinegar and ready to
hens.
like conquer the world,
And
how
she makes
fast
the
it can
biggest-
change.
The biggest eggs, which can't even keep up eating all the eggs right now. So she's going inside as well. Wow. She's going to be happy. She's going to be able to stretch her legs. Now, what's going to happen is during the day, the chicken coop door will open. So chickens will come out, they'll free range, and the chicken will always go back to where they roost at night. So the chickens are going to roost in here at night. They'll free range during the day. They'll be able to roam around. I just have to teach them where home is. So they have to stay there tonight. Let's see. Here we go.
And they'll clear out any bugs that are in there, of course.
That's two.
Oh, yeah.
Let's grab the others.
Yeah, because I mean, I've seen some of their stuff whenever they were doing storage containers and stuff like that.
Oh,
But
you guys are gonna love her.
you know, it's just
This
one of
is
those
the
that sort
baby.
of comes
and
across
she's
your
not really a
stream.
baby. She's just the tiniest
She
of
is
them
so
all.
pretty. Look at that.
But she's also the noisiest. If that doesn't relate to people, I don't know. You know, tinier the person, the louder they are. It's typically the way that it goes. So she's pretty much for me, and I have a huge hand. She's pretty much just a handful for me. Clockies, what about gators? Yeah, gators aren't going in the chicken coop. No matter what it is that you think you've seen on TV or what you think you know about gators, gators aren't going to be jumping up into the chicken coop. But the chickens are definitely going to be in there. So here she goes.
God. Oh, they have peacocks in Ohio. That's so awesome.
Got a couple more. I have spent the past month and a half hanging out with the best gator specialists, the best croc specialists. Today I was with them again. Oh my goodness, I had so much stinking fun. You guys, you're going to get to see a croc. I'm going to upload a 15-second story. You're going to get to see a croc. I literally was surrounded by lemurs today, and hand feeding lemurs it just keeps getting better and better and better. I love it.
I love his excitement. It's so beautiful. Welcome back, Zach.
Making his vision come to life. It's always exciting.
It is.
It really, I mean.
All right, now those who don't think chickens can fly, she was just flapping like crazy.
Chickens can
can't
fly.
keep flight, but normal chickens who don't have a coop, who are out in the wild, which they're everywhere, those chickens would roost up in the trees at night. That's what
Go to the keys.
Any predators from getting them. She was just flapping like wild. She's also pretty good one there too. And she's going inside. She's going back in the new home. Good there. Look at that. She's trying to fly. All right. Okay. One more chicken.
Yes. Yeah, it is a massive transformation. I've seen quite a bit of it, but just watching it develop. This is what really interests me is, you know, the excitement and the building of it, and then seeing like how everything just sort of goes like haywire, and
she's
how
pretty
they're
small
able
one
to
too.
deal with it.
She's a pretty one. She's got the tail feathers. Woo,
Well, that
just
is
like that.
pretty.
She's
Oh, I've never
pretty
seen
good.
one that.
But a lot of people think, oh man, chickens, they'll peck you, they'll hurt you. This chicken, it may peck just like you have hands. So she may peck just to see what's in my hand or what's going on. But she's not doing it intentionally to hurt. Not only that, her beak is just like your fingernail. So if she does it, she doesn't have enough strength to hurt, to draw blood or anything like that. Normal chickens don't. And she has no intentions of actually eating me.
Until you get a male and they get those spurs, they'll mess you up really damn quick.
All right.
Yes, roasting ducks. Awesome.
Okay. Chickens are all set.
Right. Exactly.
I've got their water in the back of the truck. So I'll take care of the water. I'll take care of the water after the live stream, and I've got their food in the back of the truck too. Okay. So I'll take care of all that. But the biggest thing was getting them off of the camper property.
Yeah.
Getting them out of the dog cage and actually getting them into an actual appropriate structure for evening, for roosting. Again, remember, chickens in the wild aren't going to a coop. They're not roosting. They jump up into a tree. So I don't have to have them out here in a coop. I could just let them run free. Oh my goodness, there goes a blue herring over the creek. Oh. We should go look at the creek.
I love ADHD.
Should we go look at the creek, or should we look at the gator ponds? Which there's gator ponds everywhere. Well, at any rate, so this is what we're starting with for the chickens.
Yeah.
There are obviously multiple chickens here, but this one's already enclosed. I don't have to do any immediate work, so I can get them off the property. Now, this is the shop here. Okay. This shop, again, is going to be temporary. All of this
Oh my
will be
God.
removed from the
What I could do
property
with that
as we
shop right
expand.
there.
The entire property is
I
going to be
bet.
cleaned up. The coolest thing.
The amount of
you know
woodwork
what?
that I
I'm
could
gonna
get done.
Flashlight. as this miracle is happening and we're finally on the property. And I
The
finally get
seances
all
I
that
could do
junk
in
out of
that.
the camper
I
and
know.
actually have space to move. You know, big people
The
need a lot of
tantric
space.
naked yoga. I mean,
Now
allegedly.
I can
All
finally
right, cool
get
gamer. You take care and
So,
have a wonderful day.
let's,
See you, cool gamer.
Good night.
check this area out. This is one of the coolest things about this old shop. Again, keep in mind, everything is going to change. There are some things that we're going to keep for historical value, and we've kind of shared that in another video. I'll share that in a little bit. It would be the George Washington, or no, it's the Ben Franklin stove. But in here,
Ooh.
get my old
Okay.
light.
Yeah.
You had me at Ben Franklin
So,
stove.
Yeah.
Look at
they're
all this
awesome.
that's already in
Talk
here.
to me more.
Look at that. You guys see that? They
Is that a
bank.
cigarette machine or a slot? Oh.
We're going to be going through
Little
all the structures.
slot machine toy.
But there's a table saw. They left a table saw.
Oh, dude.
They
See
left
what I
a
mean?
ton of stuff. Now,
Woodworking.
the craziest part is I found this out later. One of the 6 kids lives right up front. I drove past her house to get in here. All right, this is another structure, but here's what I want to look at right here. In the shop is a shower and a sink.
I love it.
Now,
Not a
at
bad
some
in a
point,
window right next to
I
the
would think
shower.
there was a toilet.
Who's going to see you?
But you know what? For a guy, that's all we need right there. That's all we need.
A toilet, a hole
So
in the ground.
in the shop, there is an actual bathroom. So that means there's plumbing already there, which I'm sure I'll utilize that plumbing in some regard, some way, somehow. But you'll see there's stuff everywhere. Here's stuff over here. You know, there's stuff down here. And this is not my kind of living.
No.
This is garbage. It all needs to be cleaned up. Now,
Mhm.
some of this stuff I'll save for distress look. Like the chickens are going to get upgrades to the coop. And some of this stuff I'll save for a distress look that's on the property. But a lot of it, it's just going to end up going to the dump. As we look over here, there were definitely herd animals in here at some point. There's a feeding trough there.
Hogs.
Okay, again, not the best quality in regards to video right now.
Yeah,
but
those were hogs.
we're making do with what we have. This is just one of the outbuildings. And I got to
toilet
figure out what to
planter.
do with all of this
Mhm.
stuff and how to clean it all up. There's another outbuilding over there, and that's by the gator pond. And you're saying, why are you calling it a gator pond? We have not seen a gator there yet, but we do know from the locals that there are plenty of gators that are in this creek, which is one of the reasons why we bought it. Whether you're into gators or not, if you're not into gators, good luck. Or you know what? If you're not into gators, it's okay. You didn't spend the money, but I am. So it was my money to spend. All right, here's what we got to do. And I wanted the gators. So here's a side shot of the house. Yeah, remember this whole house is coming down. And we just have to build first. Here's the back shot. Plenty of stuff up on the roof. Now, there is a well here on this property. And that is the next thing I have to do tomorrow morning. I have to get the well tested to see if the water is okay. And I've got to get it up and running. There, that's the softener right there. But as you can see,
Jeez.
the entire back wall is all destroyed. I'm sure it has to do with moisture, and I'm sure it has to
Yeah.
do with salt. And if I had to guess, the wellhead is under here. But I'll figure all that out later. You can see it's just a tremendous amount of work.
No,
But we didn't buy
no,
the
dingus.
property.
Not people food.
We didn't. Oh man, look at this. See all these holes in the back wall?
Yeah.
I mean, there's animals in there.
You
Didn't buy the
think?
property for the house. We bought the property for the property. This is where I want to tie in the water for the camper,
Mhm.
which, as you can see, the
Does it work?
well is not running, and therefore there is no water right now. But the goal is, see this beautiful oak right there? Actually, I don't think that's an oak. The goal is to pull the camper in right here. It's flat. And then tie into the water, electric, and sewer right here. And then do the work as the work needs to be done. I want to go check. We'll get inside. It's getting dark pretty quick here. I want to go check the creek really quick.
Yeah, winter it will
Let's
get
go.
dark
Let's
quick.
go take a peek at it. There's actually more than 70 acres here. And by the way, George, if you're watching, which I'm sure you are, I don't hear a
No
single
dingus.
dog in this town out here. Not a single dog. So I know that's going to make you happy. Did hear some chickens though.
She doesn't like dogs.
Sometimes they can be more annoying than dogs. So we're going to head over to the edge of the creek. Now, we've shared with you in the past that this entire town is named after the creek. And that creek runs through the property. And I'm on the property. I'm on the front. We'll call it the front 40, something like that. And the power lines run through here, which is good. They have to maintain that
That'll
property.
change
on that,
later.
isn't it?
Okay.
And then
Just the
let's see, which
barking.
is the best way. You know what? I think the best way. Let's just go for. We'll go for a little walk. We'll go for a little walk. You see all this? You see these power lines?
Yep. That's what I was
Property line
saying.
way-
Power lines run right through there.
Way down there. And
That splits their
exactly what I
property
wanted.
like towards the top.
Space, wide, open space. As a matter of, you know what? I have my Ruger out here with me. I probably should have some fun with it. And I brought the Mosquito for George and about 500 rounds for her. So I'll have to set up a little range for her. But the
Love
cool
it.
part is we've got so much garbage on the property.
Nice.
that It won't be very difficult to set up a range to just start having fun.
This is funny right here. I've got to bring this up. Do you know, y'all know alligators can't get HIV and AIDS? They've used them multiple times in studies finding cures. How many people do you know are going to try to have anal sex with an alligator?
How did they find out that they
Luckily
couldn't
none.
get it?
Well,
I mean,
somebody
how many
apparently
animals
dressed
did
it
they
up
go
in-
through?
Somebody must have dressed it up in some leather and, got a little kinky with it. I guess. Hell, I don't know. Sorry. They couldn't help it.
Now we may jump up here. I probably should have brought the Ruger with me out here just in case, because we don't know. We
That's
don't
what I
know
was too.
about the wild boar yet. We know the wild boar.
Very
are all over.
docile gator. You give it enough
Not really
roofies,
concerned
it'll be
about
good.
Typically, a wild boar is
You just
gonna
make it
run
really
in about
cold, but then there's a
less.
shrinkage issue. So I guess
just give him some of Bill Cosby's pudding pops.
Well, if you rub a gator on its belly, it'll go into like a comatose state. So maybe it was like more like gator pegging was going on.
Gator petting.
Jesus.
We're so bad.
Why didn't they try with a dolphin? Dolphins are like really,
They're not-
really
They're into it. Yeah.
abusive.
are.
Yeah, dolphins will like grape the hell out of you if you want to. I mean, they're just. I mean, Flipper. Damn.
Right before being
Now-
ripped to pieces by the gator.
Ripper would be getting me too these days.
Yeah, Flipper has a whole dark side. He has a Dark Horse comic series that I did not know about.
Oh, wait until he hits the land.
It's mama boar protecting babies. So that's not really a concern or a fear. And I think you've probably seen enough of our videos to know there's not much that I typically fear anyway. And
Until he met
remember,
LIEnette.
fear isn't reality. Fear's in the mind. So there's wisdom. I mean, you got to protect yourself against things, but you need to use wisdom in those things. For example, if there was a 15-foot alligator up on this pond bank right now, I would not be walking towards it. But this is part of my creek. This actually is my creek. You see here, they would come back and they would fish the creek.
Damn right.
I'll be back. Look, here's an old trap. So I don't see anything right
The
now.
hell were they
So
trapping?
one of the things I'll be doing
This week, crayfish.
is
Yeah.
we will be we're gonna be treasure
Oh, that
hunting
is.
for Indian artifacts.
Sup, Jacob
And
Castro?
in the area that
Good
we're
to
at,
see you.
Hello.
Indian artifacts are
Jacob.
everywhere. And so a lot of you guys said, hey, you really need to hook up with Paleo Chris. George and I have already met up with Paleo Chris. We didn't do a video yet, but
Yes,
we're getting together this week, and we're going to start looking for Indian artifacts. One of the Indian artifacts that Paleo Chris found, the highest amount that he ever received, it was a spear, or think of an arrowhead, but a spear for a hunting mammoth. He found it in this city where we're at, not this property, an adjacent property. He sold it for $25,000. Now, if I find a handful of those on the property, well, the property paid for itself already just in Indian artifacts, which is pretty amazing.
If you're
when
lucky.
you think about that.
Good
But
Not
Paleo Chris
sending
and
the
Wild
boys
Kyle
out
are
to
coming
find
out this week,
arrowheads
and
or
they're
make
YouTubers
them.
as well. And we're going to start mining the property.
Well, they could make for, good dinner.
They're just training for when they become barbecue, Captain Barbecue.
Well, they did find a mammoth bone on the property. That's going to be worth
wow.
some money right there.
That is
Nice.
awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
For Indian artifacts, we're going to be looking for shark's teeth and all of that. And one of the areas that we're going to is these areas here in the pond, because what happens is during the winter time, the water levels go down in Florida, and you get to actually see what's in there. But we're going to actually be in the pond sifting all kinds of things. Those who have sent super chats, I see $75.94 has come through. Thank you so
Thanks,
much,
guys. I appreciate it.
I can't see everything you guys are typing or doing, but that's because number one, I'm
Love
too
it.
excited to be on the property. I might as well just sleep out here tonight.
No,
And then
that'd be a bad idea.
I'm on
You'd
the
get
phone
cold.
doing this impromptu live with you. I wanted to get on the property as the first time
You
as the
know,
owner.
I mean, as
but I
much
thought
as
it was appropriate
we've
for
been talking about how sad it is to see what he was like before all of this started happening. I mean, I still see the same enthusiasm though. I
Yes.
mean, as much as this is a real drag, he's still really positive, and that is just awesome because I mean,
Yeah, I
look,
mean, even through
y'all
all of this, he's very positive because I met him over whenever he was on with Nick Starro, and I was just like, dude, he is just like completely upbeat, just like this is just a bump in the road, and this is the hassle that we have to go through, and there's a reason why they're recording all of it is because it is one of those things where you can't make this shit up. I mean,
Yeah.
if somebody,
it
if somebody
really
told
is. It really is. Like if someone handed this to a Hollywood scriptwriter, they would say, "This is too cliche. No one is going to believe this. This is, look, this is this is beyond parody. No."
Yeah, Otter Creek was founded in 1500 and before used to be native seasonal fishing and hunting ground. So then finding a mammoth spear makes sense. Well, and also you have to remember that Otter's Creek, it's had its booms and busts. I mean, it's gone through like a lot of people living there and a lot of people being there, and then just sort of bust out and people just move away, and that's very much rural America. Whenever people say,
Yeah.
"Oh, rural America is horrible," it's like, no, because you see the same thing happen all over the place. I mean, this could be Wisconsin, somewhere out in the middle of nowhere in Wisconsin. This could absolutely be the same thing. It goes through a boom, it goes through a bust. Services come in and services go out. People in the government tend to get a little bit more corrupt because they see money's coming in, they boost their paychecks up, and before you know it, either they're sort of aged out, or they get voted out, and then the town sort of just falters because that was part of the intrigue of the place. I mean, think about how many people have probably gone, well, shit, man, they're buying this kind of property out in Otter's Creek. Man, I could do the same thing. Man, it takes a lot more than just buying some property. There's a lot of work that goes into maintaining this and getting it just even up to code. The amount of money that they spent is a lot of money, but they're looking at it as this, every single penny that we put into this is an investment, and we're going to be able to get our money out of it whenever it's time to, move on.
Yeah.
And you can tell they planned it. I mean, it wasn't, look, most of my plans are like, hey, I thought of this last night at 3 a.m. and it sounded really awesome. Hence why I have sparkly teal light up roller blades for reasons.
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
use them. I can't, but I do have them when I thought I
Yes.
would, start roller derbying for some reason. But,
Why not?
it takes a lot of planning and that kind of thing. It's just like people that don't do YouTube, and it's not to say, YouTube is any different than any job, but there's a lot of things behind the scene if you want to have a good channel, if you want to continue to grow. It's like anything else. You have to invest in it. You have to be proactive in it. You have to plan. You have to try to better yourself, all those things. And, if he wasn't doing those things, he wouldn't be getting positive outcomes. She's just
Exactly.
not doing any of those things,
Yeah.
and she just doesn't get it.
No. And it would be really easy for her to do really well if she just said, hey, I've got a turtle rescue. It takes funds to do this. You guys help out wherever you can, and then go and search out ways to get grants,
Yeah.
and be very limited on your selection of the creatures that you're bringing in, and maintain them and record the stuff, and not be so, bumble fucked, I guess is the best word to do it, is just, don't be such a backwards ass. I mean,
Don't be a thunder cow.
she could really do really good stuff if she would just focus on herself and making it the best that she possibly could, investing the money wisely. Instead of investing $7,000 on an attorney, that $7,000 could have been enough to get them started on a better place to house the child, things like that. But she's not allowed to have reptilians on her property. Well, there's things that you got to do. There's sacrifices you have to make. Work that has to be done.
How's she not?
What
How
the
how
hell's
is it that she's
history?
not allowed to have reptilians on your property? I don't know. Can people actually control that? Snakes slither in and lizards
No,
run.
because she has a sanctuary. She has a tortoise sanctuary. 501c3. Whatever. Yeah. So she has, but so she's limited on what she can have. I mean, she's limited herself on what she can do. The rescue used to be called reptile and bird, and guess what the number one predator for turtles? Birds.
Well, then
Their
it's
statutes
simply
can-
it's a dual purpose.
Florida statutes cannot keep within a quarter mile of houses. There you go. See, Matt Englishman knows. She's a lizard, isn't she? One of the lot variety. God,
Good joke for the trucker.
Too close to the town. Got it.
That all of the What the Hale's family is out here too. So we do it all together. The 70 acres is amazing for treasure hunting. Now, future plans, and we have shared some future plans with you. This property adjacent to me, this is owned by an actual hunting club, and it sold a few years back. And Frank, I would love to have it. And then there is another 80 acres behind me. There's another 80 acres behind me owned by a logging company, and I would love to have it, but
Good
we've
luck.
gotta work with what we got to that point. The creek. Oh, this creek is so amazing. The creek flows all the way back through the back of the property. And if you saw the video titled I bought an abandoned ranch. That's where the giant cypress tree is. It is huge. It is huge.
It's hollow.
And I can't wait to get back there and actually find more. So a couple of things that are going to happen tomorrow. Number one, tomorrow, first things tomorrow, and you will see video of this, and it's going to be at a later date and time though. Number one, I have to go address the hoarder that has garbage all over my property. I am not a garbage dump. She's not paying to actually store anything. That is going to end immediately.
Oh my goodness.
Number two, we have to address all the explosions that are happening. And frankly, a lot of those are already done.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a pretty big
About
bonus
that.
there. But it's still going to be addressed. Number three, private property, no hunting signs will be placed up all over the property, as well as cameras. So camera system is going to be put up all over the property as well tomorrow.
Good.
Number four, I've got to get everything out of the camper into the house so that I can actually live in the camper and not be trapped in the camper with all the stuff stored under the camper into the house. And then number five, the tractor's coming. So with the tractor, some of the areas we're going to start cleaning up first. We're going to start cleaning up the pond area with the gators, which again, I don't know that there's gators in there.
And a lot of this you can pile up and
There's
burn.
gators in there, and I'm learning how to
Especially when
figure
you
all
get your
that
tractor out there.
which really isn't all that difficult, come to find out. So we're going to clean that area up. We're going to clean the area up around the house, make a radius there.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Surprised it's hollow. Thought cypress very resilient to rotten insects. Yeah, but whenever it reaches a certain age, it will start to rot out. That's why cypresses don't grow as large as normal. I mean, they're usually, they're good size, and then you log them. My wife's family, they used to farm, what do you call, log cypress. they had their own little business and own property and all that kind of stuff doing that they left to their kids. So yeah, that was what they were into, and that was in the Low Country, South Carolina.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, very cool.
And then we need to start cleaning the area up around where the warehouse is going to go.
Oh,
Now,
Lord.
with the warehouse, where my aggressive maybe work ethic, ideals, whatever you want to say, timeline of trying to get the 10,000 square foot warehouse up this winter season and to get a small efficiency apartment in, I've come to the conclusion there's no way that's going to happen here in Florida during this winter. If I can get a cement pad down for the 10,000 square foot warehouse and get the shell of the structure up, frankly, I'm going to be happy.
Well, and also something you have to remember is because the soil is so sandy there, that whenever it's more than just putting down a piece of cement on the ground, because it'll crack, because you'll end up with sinking. That you actually want to have them drive pylons into the ground. And if you're near a floodplain, you definitely want to get that thing up in the air. It's just, that's the way Florida is.
And speaking of cracked cement, busy with all that rain we've been getting recently. I got some flooding issues in my basement too. I went down there the other night, and I just looked down, and all of a sudden I just saw a spider web across the entire downstairs in the basement. Like it just split, for all of a sudden decided to split. Crazy.
Oh no.
Hey, you guys, Mo is getting ready to bail out of here. She's got better things to do for right now, and she's got to be up and early for her stream tomorrow, and she has a lot of research to do. So
all
you guys,
the shenanigans.
make sure, if you haven't subbed to Mo, to go ahead and drop your link in there for these folks so they know where to find you.
If one of the mods could do that, I am going to bail right now.
I'll drop it in there here.
And all. Thank you so much, you guys.
It was nice meeting you.
It was really nice to meet you. I I hope to meet you again soon. Have a lovely evening, you guys. Bye.
Take care,
care.
you guys. Bye, Mo. She's awesome. She is an absolute doll.
Very
Let me find
nice.
her link. Hopefully, one of my mods will drop it up in there for. Yeah, Mo hugs. Catch you tomorrow. Oh, that's awesome. Bye, Mo. Bye, Mo. Mo in the deep end. Yeah, she is absolutely one of the best. I usually am dumping people over to her in the morning. Where I know I've got it here somewhere. I'll just type it in. Mo.in the deep end. There we go. That way I can find her. Boom. And this is it right here. Copy. See, I'm trying to keep this good here. Paste. So that right there is sub to Mo. She is absolutely awesome. There we go.
All right.
And that if you guys aren't sub to her, that's the link to her to sub to her. And like I said, she does newsy news. She does newsy news in the morning and at night. It's not a very long stream. She does it in like an hour and she's like done.
Nice.
And it's like her humor is amazing. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. Oh gosh. Let me finish this particular one out here. I may have been just chatting a whole bunch.
I'm going to be happy if I can get that
excellent.
far during this season, because then I got to get back to Ohio. And what I'll have to do, we're going to go inside now. We're back at the house. That's where the bathroom is. I haven't gone to the bathroom all day. And then on the road.
Sucks.
What I'll have to do once I get back in Ohio, I'll have to line up all the contractors. I'll have to line up a lot of things, which isn't the easiest thing to do when you're not on site. So I know I'm probably going to have to fly back and forth quite a bit. And there's adjacent property that I'm trying to get as well. Let's see. All right, that power light doesn't work.
We don't want to see you take a
Let's see
leak.
if we have
Dave.
power out.
Right.
We really don't. This is like me wandering around my property, which is very small.
See that there, guys? We're locked. We're definitely locked. You guys know how to get into a locked door?
Yes.
Anybody?
Yes.
Anybody at all?
Yes. But I'm in Georgia, not Florida.
One moment. You know what? Here's what I need your help with. You guys hang out right there.
He's gonna climb through the window.
I'll be right back. I got to figure out how to break in here.
Yes, thanks for subbing to Winning and Mo. They're great people.
This would be a lot easier if you guys were here breaking in with me.
What time is her live? Her live is 9 o'clock in the morning. Is Jocelyn? Her live starts at 9. Mine starts at 6:30 in the morning Eastern. Hers start at 9 o'clock in the morning on Eastern. Also,
Nobody call the police. Okay, I'm breaking in.
Totally
It's legal.
call the
I own
police. Totally call the police. And of course, Winning he does streams. When do you usually do your streams at night?
Oh yeah, the evening streams.
Yeah,
evening
streams.
7 or 9. I mean 8 or 9.
It's all just whenever you guys are.
Yeah, let there be light, baby. All right. I found the lights. Got the lights on. We did not lose the lights. So that's perfect. That was my biggest concern, was losing the lights if I didn't get the power transferred into my name soon enough. Okay, this is the kitchen area. Again, current kitchen area. There are mice all over in this place. We already know that. I've already trampled on quite a bit. So things like this. I don't want the dish set. I'm sure the family doesn't either, or they wouldn't have sold us the house with it, especially with a family member being right up front on the road. So a lot of this is just going to become storage. George has asked isn't the word. George has told me that this is going to remain here, this island in the kitchen area, so that
He's just going to redo it.
So what I wanted to do, oh, there we go. What I wanted to do is put that island. You can see it's the island right here. What I want to do is put that out on the screened-in porch. There's got to be more lights, and that way we're in Florida. And even though it's chilly now, this isn't normal. So I want to put as much out on the screened-in porch so we can actually work from the screened-in porch every day, and not from inside here. But we got lights here. Here's the cow that so many of you have requested.
How now, brown cow?
There it is. We'll do a whole nother video just on what we find inside the house,
Nice.
because what's
Very
going to
nice.
happen. There's another set of
You
lights.
like the boning, don't you?
Oh, there's another set of lights. Okay. So this is the one thing that we absolutely want to keep.
Yeah, it's Ben Franklin's.
There's Benny Boy.
Mhm.
Ben Franklin. We want this to go in the new house, kind of preserve some of the history. But as you look around, this wall is going to be knocked out. This is going to be knocked out. All these walls are going to be knocked out for storage. All of them. All of them. Now, there is a bathroom back here.
That's a lot of
Again, we don't have
storage.
water yet. Whoops. This is the bathroom. This
All right,
doesn't look like a
Put the
great
phone back
bathroom, right?
outside.
Oh,
It's like poop.
yeah.
But there is elbow room for pushing. There's elbow room for pushing. This is an upgrade from the camper. This is gonna be
Yes,
great.
that
So
is
this is
true.
going to be
That
another
is true.
major project for the beginning. Is getting the water up, getting the bathroom ready to where we actually can come over here to go to the bathroom, use the shower over here instead of in the camper, and that way we don't have to mess around with the bathroom in the camper. Campers are great, and I'm thrilled to have the camper, but space, when you are 6'1" and 200 and whatever pounds I am right now, space is a premium. So all of this stuff is getting ripped out. I know some of you are going to say you want the hutch, but I'm pretty sure you're not here to claim the hutch. You've got closets over here. This is where we saw a mouse last time. There's the mouse nest. All of this will get ripped out. That might be keys to the door. I may not actually have to break in anymore. All of this will be ripped out. Remember, this is all going to be storage space. So what
Yes.
they did is they kind of just, lights don't work.
Yeah,
there.
they use city
All right.
water.
What I
They
did
have
was
it piped
flashlight.
out there.
I don't
That's another stream. Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Found the flashlight. So the goal is rip as much of this out as possible. Turn this space. So I'll give you a glimpse of everything. So I want to rip up as much as possible, basically gut this place, and then it's going to become storage for everything.
Hey, you get some
That we
rest,
find.
ugly chuckling. Good to see you, brother.
Yeah.
This was
Have a good one. Rest well.
add-on bedroom.
Definitely.
Let's see if we have light. Oh, we do have lights. All right. This is part of the well system right here.
Oh, geez, that is so old.
So let's turn it on. We just turned it on.
Well, that'll at least you could.
Well, I just flipped the breaker switch on, and
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
got
hear
bad
nothing.
wellhead.
Didn't hear nothing. Jane says, keep some load-bearing walls. Don't worry, load-bearing walls will stay. But remember, all the walls are coming down eventually. Okay, let's see what else we have in here. All right, more bedrooms. Again, it's just,
And it's all
going
that-
to be
that-
storage space.
Oh, geez.
Everything is going to be
That
storage space.
OSB.
If it's not a load-bearing wall, it'll be
Article
knocked
ward.
out.
Yep.
And then here's another. They were canning. So they were canning. If it can be
Dude, that is like perfect for canning too. Jeez.
saved
Yeah. Let's go to
for
town.
shelves, if it can be saved for distressed decor, it'll stay. But oh, look at that elongated toilet seat. Oh, That's my favorite. That's my favorite. So it'll stay if it can be used for
The
those
way your
things.
junk doesn't
If
sit
it
over
can't
the-
be used
over
for
the-
those things, it's got to go so that we can actually do what we need to do in here. And there's some
That
interest
sounds
with the
about
Hudsons.
right.
They're coming down in February. They'll be here soon. Hopefully, Jim and Beth, when you guys get down here, you're going to see some major changes. The tractor is supposed to come tomorrow. There's a whole video coming out on the tractor purchase. So that'll be coming out. I've got like 5 videos that are all in the works and not done yet. And today's video is this. This is your video today. So instead of releasing a video today, I went, you know what? I'm going to rush back. I'm going to go live, get the chickens in before it gets dark, take care of the chickens, and then
He just
hang out
barely
with you
made
guys.
it too, because it got dark quick.
Yeah, somebody just said canning jars are going to sell fast. They'll sell really quick. But this is Old Florida. So many of you have been trying to guess where we're at. This is what's called Old Florida. This is also the armpit Florida. There is so much rich history here. I can't even begin to describe to you how much money there is to be made here. And frankly, the locals have no idea, whether it be Indian artifacts, whether it be megalodon teeth, whether it be just the antiques, whether it be the land, whether it be, it just goes on and on and on and on. And so many of you have been guessing where the Hales we are. Let's hear your guesses right now in the chat. Where the Hales are we? What's the name of the city? I'm curious.
Otter Creek.
I'm curious. Those who have tried to figure it out, we've given so many clues, so many clues. Every single video has an Easter egg for you. An Easter egg for all of you treasure hunters to figure it out. And there it goes. Boom, 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 boom. I'm seeing most of it. Boom, 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 boom. Some of you are right. Some of you are wrong. We are in the historic town of Otter Creek. It is Otter Creek. So many of you have asked, where are we staying? We are at Shady Oaks Campground, and that's owned by Brett and Teresa, and they've been phenomenal hosts for us. And we just can't say enough. If you want to check out Cedar Keys, which is a major up and coming tourism area, it's just an absolutely gorgeous tourism area. It's an area that boasts a one of the kind pod of dolphins. There's about 500 dolphins in that area. They're the only dolphins known to hunt the way that they hunt. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. As a matter of fact, in 2 days, you're going to get to see on What the ASMR, a beautiful ASMR video that I took yesterday of all the pelicans on Cedar Keys. Cedar Keys is absolutely beautiful. Otter Creek is absolutely beautiful. Old Florida is absolutely beautiful. This entire area is 2 hours or less than every major city. And there are so many treasure hunting opportunities.
So excited about it.
It just blows my mind. It literally just
no
blows
idea.
my mind how much opportunity there is here. And if you're an up and coming YouTuber, it blows my mind realizing how many major channels are actually in Florida. How many people we've gotten to meet already. It's been amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's getting dark. It's a miracle. We actually got it all done. Again,
That's right.
It was officially done yesterday. Property was paid for. Deed was recorded. I could have gotten on the property this morning at 12:01 a.m. I think I went to sleep last night probably around 10:30.
Well, Matt Englishman, if you look at some of my travel videos, you'll probably see some stuff of England and France and Italy there. So yeah, I completely understand what you're saying. It's like so strange to me calling it a city. I live in a village of about 2,000. We don't qualify for town status. Yeah, exactly. So how all that story goes, you could make a superhero fan fiction, or how does Nickname would make amazing supervillain to write about in a fantasy setting. Well, we did one. What was it on Sunday? Did a made up story about this. It was fun.
10:45. I went to bed early, and then I knew I had to get up really early to go hang out
Thank you, brother.
with another
Appreciate you.
Floridian. And again, that video will be coming out soon. He
I'm
is
wondering-
a Discover Channel personality, celebrity.
If
this was the video that LIEnette was watching. She got the location of where they were at, or she already kind of knew.
No,
Otter Creek,
no.
that's where we're going.
Well, and there's a possibility that she didn't choose it right away. You know, it's you'll see it, and she'll come into play here at some point in time. I'm almost positive where you'll get to meet her, because once they moved in, at some point she shows up and she has them rip out an old pecan tree off of what she claimed was her property, and come to find out she didn't own the property, and they destroyed someone's pecan tree or
Oh
an
my
old
God.
tree. They ripped it out of the ground with this tractor for her. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So it
And you get
gets
to
bad.
see all of that happening, especially if you love lemurs. If you love reptiles, if you love animals and wildlife as much as I do, you're gonna go crazy with it all. I mean, this is in my opinion, this is the place to be. And this piece of property has so much potential to be so much more than it already is. And I'm already in love with it. So that's a pretty good thing too. Lots of cleaning up to do tomorrow. There will be lots of videos, a ton of videos from neighbors to Arson. Yes, Arson. There is a video coming out with local arson that happened, and it's just been waiting for us to get on the property. There'll be videos of the progress of the property, and it'll go on and on and on. This is just the beginning for What the Hales, Florida edition.
But they didn't own the property, and they from what Jeremy was saying, that was property next door.
One of the neighbors is having a dispute with another neighbor, which happens to be one of my neighbors. The suspected individual lives in front of my 70 acres. And there's explosions going off at night. $1,000 cash reward out of our own pockets for any information.
Wow.
So any questions? Any questions from you?
Oh, no, I'm following along. Yeah, so this is the next episode here, and they're going to talk about the arson, and yeah. I guess we haven't quite got to the main villains yet, but we're working our way there.
Oh, we are, and it won't happen right away. The tree was on the property that LIEnette brought, but no, is that right? I could be wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, because what Jeremy was saying is they didn't own the property that was on. They wanted to buy it, but they ended up buying the property next door. Now I could be wrong, because I haven't caught up with that. That's what I gathered from what he said. And hey, Mad Englishman, nearly 3 a.m. have to go to bed. See you all tomorrow, brother. You have a wonderful evening, and peace be with you. Seriously,
Good.
have a great night.
Yep, have a great night. Take care. Nice meeting you.
That was Get Swamped. He is no longer friends, as Robbie of Get Swamped did Jeremy wrong, so he has nothing to do with him anymore. Oh, okay. See? Oh, okay. Maybe I remember that wrong. Yeah, and I mean, like I said, I don't know. I'm relying on you guys, because you've been following this much longer than I have. Oh, that's awesome. January 1st, 1923, when a white black man of assaulting her in the whites terrorized and killed Rosewood, fear of violence, and followed many refuge in the nearby woods and sheltered men, women, children. Oh my gosh. They just like destroyed a whole bunch of crap.
Huh.
In 1923.
For as long as we've been on this great big blue planet,
Racial
foolish
violence
people
in
have done
Rosewood
foolish
community.
things. Here in the county we now live in, Levy County, if you look at the history of Rosewood, Florida, a bunch of foolish people did a whole bunch of horrific, horrible things.
Damn.
Even though many, many years now have passed, still bad things are happening to very good people.
Back in the 1920s, a white woman accused a black male for assaulting her, which led to this huge massacre, the Rosewood Massacre.
In my personal
You
opinion,
take care,
almost
Jude.
100
Have a
years
wonderful
later,
evening.
not much has changed in this area of Florida.
Take care.
Bad things are still being said and done to good people.
Me too.
And people are being ostracized for being different. We're all different. That's what makes us all so beautiful and unique.
Damn
We're going
right.
to show you footage of what has happened since we've been here in Florida. And it's important that we point out that everyone is innocent until proven guilty.
With that being said, we here at What the Hales are offering a $1,000 cash reward out of our own pockets for any information that leads to the conviction of the individual who did this crime.
Okay. Well, and like you said, like I said, these people know better than you. Shizzy, she bought the property across the street after Jeremy ripped the tree out. She wanted to confirm he was there. Okay. That's believable.
One of the very first things that we did when we got here to the town of Otter Creek, we attended the town hall meeting. And oh my goodness, George and I both left thinking, what the Hales did we just witness? It was one of the most dysfunctional meetings we have either seen in our life.
Georgina, you have a wonderful evening. It's 2 a.m. Need some sleep. Keep you on, go to sleep too. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, and yes, I guarantee you I will be naughty 100% of the time, but not so naughty that you don't come back and see it again.
Yeah. Have a good night, Georgina. Take care.
Hey, Mimsy.
Lives.
Y'all approved for the minutes last month.
There's the mayor. Never trust the
Yeah.
mayor.
They're somewhat accurate.
They all wearing their masks.
Biased, but they're somewhat accurate.
He said they're biased and somewhat accurate.
I make a motion we approve the minutes.
We learned really quick that apparently the old mayor, this guy, had a pretty big beef with one of the council members, this guy.
They're somewhat accurate.
1 month later, we went to another town hall meeting, and this time I had to record. I had to see what was going to happen this time. By the way,
Oh no. I'm not leaving for a bit. Because MG will be firing up his stream tonight, and then I'll shoot everybody over there to go watch. We've got some more trial stuff going on. It's good. It's really good. No, she wanted money from him. Yes. And she still does. She still does. She wants the clout. She's a clout chaser. We've known a
I think
few
the
of
right
those,
day to
haven't we?
buy it. I really wanted to learn about all this stuff. I'm glad you're starting here from the beginning. It's really good.
Yes.
Hey, Suzanne.
Hey,
How you doing?
Suzanne. Good to see you. Yeah, she jumped in here the other day and was like, "Hey, how's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you again."
hey, it's public record.
So all my accounts will be done under my member number. So because the credit union, it's not like you can't just go in and open up 5 different accounts. They all go under the same member number. So yes, I do have multiple accounts under my member number, yes.
But that ain't what the state says you got to do. You open a specific campaign account.
Correct.
They print you checks with campaign account on them. I went to Suncoast and tried to open a campaign account, and they do not do campaign accounts.
That's what they told me also.
Yes, and I agree with this, Pam, so much. If she was smarter, she could have grifted this herself, and she wouldn't have had to get all like violent and crap and cause craziness. But she's not that smart. Thank you for shooting us somewhere other than the shower tree crusty t-shirt. Jesus, man. Wait till you see the stuff about Jeremy's 2-inch pipe. Oh yeah, I've seen some of that. This is
That's
Russ the
the
Sus. Yes,
Mayor.
this is Russ the Sus, the mayor.
So then what happens? So you come in and pay the $12 in cash?
He brought a $12 cashier's check, supposedly drawn from that account, which if there was $12 in it would have.
There are a lot of laws that nobody knows are even on the books. There are a lot of laws that all of us don't even obey. Speed limit, for instance. If $12 is the issue for a candidate to run for mayor in this town, if $12 is the issue, town of Otter Creek, I'll pay it. You know what? I'll pay $24. How about we get together and actually do some good instead of trying to tear each other apart?
There's absolutely no doubt in my mind. We have the perfect piece of property here in Otter Creek, Florida. But even the perfect piece of property can be spoiled by the imperfect neighbors. And boy, do I have a doozy of them. I'm headed over to confront them now. They've got stuff all over my property. There have been bombs going off in the middle of the night. Let's go talk to them.
Dang.
Yeah, here you
This
go.
is not a public road. This is private property. Get the truck off my property now. I'm going to back up. I want the truck off my property. All right? Don't come on my property again. I don't want you on my property,
dumping ground.
and I don't want you blocking this public road either. Do you understand?
Okay.
You want to tell me what you're doing on my property?
Yeah, I would. I park there all the time.
Don't ever park there again. Why are you parking there?
I needed to get to the backyard
For
some tools and things like that.
whose yard is it?
Susie?
You don't go through my property to get to Susie's backyard.
I understand.
All right? I don't ever want to see you there again. If I see you there again, I'm going to tow your truck out. All right? Do not block this road.
Good way to make friends.
Right? He's just laying it down.
I'm just saying, you know, and I understand where he's coming from. You're trying to clean up your area. You're trying to make sure that it's straight, but this does not give goodwill to friends or neighbors.
Yeah, I was thinking, I don't know the backstory on that. Maybe they've had confrontations before and it just wasn't on video. That's maybe
Well, I think his biggest issue is that people have sort of encroached on his property. And if you know anything about property rights, what'll happen is if you can basically, and it really sucks, but if you're on a piece of property for a certain amount of years, you can basically claim it as your own.
Yeah.
And you can, you know, you can encroach on other people's property. And if you're there long enough and they don't catch you and they don't call you out and get you off of it within a certain period of time, it can be contentious, and very litigious, but you can end up like owning other people's property. We have to deal with that with the kind of work that I do. It happens. Yeah, he was there for drugs. Possibility. This isn't LIEnette's place. He's been dealing with crazy since he got there. Yes. He caught drug dealers back there more than once. That sounds about right. Dude looks like a little bit like a meth head.
Yeah.
The guy is a rug seller. Yes, I understand exactly what you're saying. The house was known for dealing with methylatum, and squatters' rights are a real thing. Yes, they are. But only up to a certain point. I mean, you have to adverse possession. Yeah. Thank you very much. See, Mary knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Nailed it.
In Georgia, I think it's like 20 years or something like that. It's crazy. No.
So here's what's really happening. Drugs are happening here on my road. That's what's really happening. And they're using the access road that the tower company has leased to access the drugs. Here's just a glance of my property. This road being, this road being leased by the cell tower company.
Yep.
You can see the garbage.
Oh, jeez.
Everywhere.
Those folks out there that think that, you know, the ghettos only happen in cities, that trash it's just dumped around in cities. No, this happens everywhere. People have no respect for other people's property, and they just really do not care. Just like whatever. Like dump some shit off here and I'll move on. I can throw this out of my truck. Nobody's going to say anything. Move on.
Right. Yep. It just piles up.
This is just absolutely insane.
Got some new trailers.
This is beyond hoarding. This is my property. This is my property. This is my property.
Be careful out there. You get your ass shot. Is what's going to happen.
This is insane.
No.
If I find any more vehicles parked on here, this is not her driveway. This is not her access at all. She doesn't rent this. She doesn't lease this.
No, this is the.
This
road
is
to the
my
tower.
property. This is my
This is
property.
Tower Road. It's
This
public.
is my property.
Okay.
The tower leases it from me.
Okay.
Anything on this road is going to be hauled off. I want the garbage off immediately. I want the garbage off of my property immediately.
Honey, I just.
You're
came
going to
here. I
relay
don't
the
know.
message.
Yes.
You're going to
I
relay
must-
the
yeah.
message. I want the garbage
got
off
a
of my
video
property
from
immediately.
Corey.
A survey team is coming through. A fence is going up. I don't want any more vehicles parked here. If this road is blocked, I'm going to tow everything. I want this moved immediately so that the tower
This is
has
on her-
access.
this is
This
on
is
her
not on her property.
No, it's
This
my
is not
property.
her property. This is my
line
property.
Right here is her property.
Ma'am.
No, it's not.
It will. The survey team is
Well, when
coming
the
through.
survey comes, then I think you should.
This,
talk to her.
I want it out of my
When-
property.
Well, when the survey.
So
comes,
I want to be very clear.
Look, I'm going to get her son over here. That's what I
I'm
need to
going
do.
there next.
Well,
I'm-
he's at
so
work, but I will call him
I'm
right
going. I'm going to him next. So I want to be very clear. I want nothing on my property. There are fences going up around the
now.
property.
Okay, but you don't even know the property line either.
I do know
until
the
you
property. I didn't
survey.
buy a piece of property without knowing the property
Well,
lines.
okay, then maybe.
Then the fences are going up.
Well, you
I
can't
don't
force
want
her to move
anything.
until she knows.
I absolutely can. It's on my property.
Sweetheart, shut the hell up and listen to what he has
Yeah.
to say. Because
Yeah, you don't have to get. Just relay the message.
yeah, let him relay his message. You shut up. He speaks. He relays the message, and then whenever you're done, whenever he's done with it, whatever bullshit that you think that he's feeding, then you can come back and say that's actually not your property. My son's going to be here, and he'll show you exactly where the property line is. And if you and both of you can be right and both of you can be wrong, but let him finish his shit before you start speaking over him. Damn women.
Yeah.
How do you?
I
know
don't
that?
want anything on my property
Look, I'm not going to argue. I'm just
whatsoever.
going to call Michael.
One more thing. There will be cameras all over
There's
my
cameras
property.
already here.
There's going to be cameras all over my property. I don't want any trespassing on my property.
Yeah, you don't live there at all.
Let me just call Michael.
I've
because
got
I'm
some
not- I
fencing. I've
can't-
got some chain link
honestly,
fencing.
I
I'll,
can't
I'll
deal
take
with
care of it
talking
all.
off. You hear
You're
me?
not the property owner. I
No,
understand.
yes.
You're
Oh my
relaying it to
God,
her.
let me just let
This
me
is
call her son.
unacceptable. I'm not going to put up with it. This is a mess. My property isn't her public dump. Okay. I will talk to Michael later. And you clarify if there's another vehicle here, it's being towed at her expense. If there's a vehicle here in the road blocking
Michael?
when I try and get through, I'm
Hey,
towing it.
there's a guy here named Jeremy who bought property.
I'll talk to him tomorrow.
He's buying
he's
Lois's
telling me I got to
property,
get
too.
this
Yeah.
everything. I
Yeah.
got to move this wood.
Well, I
pile,
look forward
everything.
to
I guess
this
it's on
because I
his
was going to
property,
have it
it's
surveyed. I just got here last
I'll take care of
night.
it.
Okay. And I do have
I don't
some
know,
chain
he's
link
like
fence.
fucking-
so
Your
it'll go
fellow
fine.
who's been working on it. I mean, this road, every day I go down this road,
Hey,
this road is
I
blocked.
did not even know that guy was in my house.
You didn't know that guy was in your house?
I'll let you ask him. What he said? What is the property line?
I'm
He
getting
can talk
ready
to me
fix
later.
that. I'm getting ready to
So
fix
this
that.
guy was squatting in your house, working
He's
on it.
not really squatting. This was kind of an agreement between him and
He
Susie.
said
He
you
do
wanted
some
to
work
talk
for
to him
her, and
yesterday,
Yeah, see, this is what you run into. You live in Texas and now, but my real estate license in Arkansas. Oh yeah. He could go about this in a much more diplomatic way. No, trust me. No. And I'll tell you right now, you don't do this in a diplomatic way. You do it, and you be very forceful and you be very sure of yourself. You know exactly where your property lines whenever you're purchasing your property, and you make sure that immediately you get everybody off of there. And if you can't get them off of there, then you make sure that shit gets towed away and you send the bill to them. Be willing to pay for it, but send a bill to them and get that stuff taken care of. You don't play around with it at all, ever. You don't do diplomatic with this shit. Never, ever. No, it's your property. It's not the way it works in Florida, in Georgia, in the South. You don't play that stuff, because if you let people walk on you at all, they will step all over you. and you have to squash that stuff immediately. Yeah, he's doing it right, and he's not being violent with them. There is no diplomatic way to get people. Yes, and it sounds harsh, but you give them an inch and they will never leave. That is absolutely right. They will start squatting. You don't give them a chance to think about it. You just move really quick. Yeah, he's in. I mean, he's doing it exactly right. He pulls them off with a tractor. Absolutely. Yes, diplomacy is used only whenever there's respect. No, we know this. Thank you. No, I've dealt with these kind of people before. I've got some people that I'm dealing with in the near future that feel that this entity that I represent, that they can basically request things. Here's the thing. If you don't know anything about property, I don't have to like what your property looks like. You're not part of an HOA. We're just talking about, outside of an HOA. I don't like what your property looks like. You've got trees that are overgrown. You got brush. You never mow your grass. And you know what? There's not shit I can do about it. But anything that comes over onto my property, like if you've got a tree that's overhanging on my property, I can go up to the moon as far as I'm concerned. I can take out that tree. I can go to the center of the earth and take out any tree roots that are growing through, because that's my responsibility. If anything that's encroaching on my property, I can completely destroy, but I'm not allowed to go onto your property to destroy it. So it's really a touchy situation. You cannot play with these people because they will work over you. They will walk all over you as much as they possibly can.
Yeah. Especially if there's drugs involved.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And this poor lady, she's been probably renting out to this guy and has no idea the kind of shit that he's involved in. Yeah, you've got to be, you have to be very aggressive with these people, but not to the point where you're violent, but you get the cops out there, you get tow trucks, and you be prepared to do it. Oh, awesome. What the hell's GoFundMe is almost at 20,000. Please give it you can. Absolutely. She is completely right with this.
Oh yeah.
If you and all their funding is to fight this insane LIEnette. That's all that they're doing, is trying to just get her to back the hell off, because she is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Remember, Jeremy's owned property since he was in his 20s. Yeah, so he probably knows a little bit about what he's doing, and he's being very smart about it. And I mean, the bad thing would be for him to do is go in there and just automatically start pulling stuff off of there or destroying things. He's given them an opportunity. You give them the opportunity, and you have to work through the system. You have to work the system right. Paper terrorism comes.
Half Irish. What's up?
I've got to get it.
So he's been pulling electric lines from Susie's house over here, blocking the road. Now he's been on a generator the past couple nights. My equipment.
Susie cut his electric off.
No.
Yeah,
Her
we
electric.
pulled the electric.
They pulled that
'Cause he
from
didn't pay
him
no money.
because now they've gotten into an argument between the two of them, and I'm sitting in the middle of it. And I just got here. That's why I came down here.
Because of the argument.
Yeah, and I find out that that house is packed full of junk. They've got a wood burner hanging out the window. It'll be straightened up on my end. It will definitely be straightened up. I'm all for you.
All right, I appreciate it.
Nice.
The goal is to clean the whole road up, clean the town up, clean the road up. So get on board with me. Let's clean it up.
And this right here is what people actually want. It's not that they want to put people out and get rid of them or destroy them. But if you want to do all kinds of horrible, nasty, rotten stuff, then go live on your property, do your nasty, horrible, rotten stuff, and let these fine people just sort of, live their American dream. Your American dream may not be the same, but dude, there's no reason for like destroying somebody else's property and home because you just got no respect.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
No care.
Because this is unacceptable. This is not a way to live.
I am on board.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you.
One of the neighbors is having a dispute with another neighbor, which happens to be one of my neighbors. Police are here. Somebody went on his property and started a fire.
Dude.
And they don't know
We
what's
found a
going
pile
on.
and lit it up.
Yep.
And this is an individual I'm definitely going to have a problem with.
Yep.
Holy cow.
Okay. So
We're trying to see who you were. Sorry.
My name is Jeremy Hales, Hales.
So you guys are just here so everything's okay? Is that? Oh,
oh, your friend? Okay.
Zim called Brett. Brett called me. Holy cow.
We just bought some property in the area. Okay.
Okay.
And
Thank you, Denise.
the suspected individual lives in front of my 70 acres. And the suspected
Awesome.
individual lives in front of my 70 acres. And there's explosions going off at night, and
We think it's all related.
holy cow. So police are here. This is a massive fire.
Well, and the good part about a fire like this is it is contained. It's not spreading throughout like anybody else's property. So you can take
Yeah.
those ashes and man, that'll turn that soil really good. Good stuff.
So power lines up above. This is crazy.
No, that's bad. If there's power lines above, that is bad.
Yeah, I'm about to say all that space.
Police cars here.
Where's my marshmallows? Give me some s'mores.
No, yeah. Is that Michael Smetana? Michael Smetana.
Yeah, did you see how the cop walked away from Jeremy whenever he was talking to him? Yeah, that's not uncommon. Yeah, I'm in Texas Panhandle, and we've had wildfires. Had to evacuate one night. Oh, bad wildfires. This is an old video. This is all old video. This is all old stuff. We're sort of catching up to where you guys are because you guys are so far ahead of where we are in this, and it is insane. I was just thinking about this video. I saved it a couple weeks ago when everybody was talking about fire departments. Oh, went to go vote in the primary. Let's go, Brandon. Did you vote today?
Oh yeah.
There you go. Drop your channel link. You're not a mod here. Yeah, just drop your channel link in there. It's absolutely fine. You know how I am with this stuff. Yeah, this stuff will blow your mind when it happens in Otter Creek to Jeremy and George. Oh yeah. Yeah, they were just helping to fertilize the soil. And this is Winning's link right here. If you guys, we're trying to, what are you at now? You need to get over what, 4,000 now?
4,600. Yeah, I'm almost there. Like I'm 21 away.
Nice, very nice. That's where we first. Yep. You arrive less than a year on the story. Yeah. The Levi County Police are so rude. Yeah. Hey, I've been subbed to what the hell since before Jeremy and George met. That is awesome. That really is. Oh, see, I'm new to all this. So what I did, and I was very curious about how they got to this point. And so whenever I was talking with I was on with Nick Starro, and I was seeing him talking about this, and I said, listen, where can we find out about all of this stuff that's been happening? And what Jeremy recommended is that he has one playlist that's dedicated to it, and that you can go through and watch every single one of them and sort of see how we got to this point. And my thing is like, I want to see how they got to this point. I like that backstory. I like getting it all the way up to it. And I can do this in short snippets, and I can do this over a long period of time and still keep up to date with things that are currently happening. So that's sort of where I'm looking at this. I was like, and I'll have guests on, throughout the time that I'm covering this. But this is just, it's absolutely insane. And it was probably about a month ago. as I was finishing up doing a lot of the Amber Heard stuff that I was working on with Junior Jessica Reloaded, that I was like, what I want to do is start covering some of the Florida man stuff, and this fell right into it. I was like, holy crap,
there you
this
go.
is like all Florida man stuff that I wanted to cover. Have I ever seen a big fire like that and snakes come running out? Yes, I have. That's amazing. I have. Oh my God, Otter Creek playlist, go back about 3 years. Yeah, so we are back 3 years ago. So, and the more you watch the backstory, the more it starts to click. Thank you, absolutely, and that's what I'm getting at with this. Also, is like it really does start to click. Just sort of like the attitude of the town, of the people around, and why it sort of hits home. Because I mean, I come from a very small town. I mean, I grew up around the Chicago area, but my grandparents, I mean, they lived out in the middle of nowhere in Indiana, and I used to spend my summers out there. And this is the kind of stuff that I would see, and it's not unreal. It's not unbelievable. It's insane to me that people come to this kind of attitude of just not giving two shits and thinking that they're better than another person. And I think Jeremy is doing the right thing. He's coming in there and he's wanting to help things out, and he actually has the ability to do it. And he's not beaten down by the local politics like a lot of the people are in this area, which makes it, even more impressive because, as an outsider, it's even harder. Oh, you're from Rockford? Oh, damn.
Yeah, he came there ready to acclimate and become part of the community and make it better, contribute.
Well, think further south, John. So it would be more closer to the Ohio River. That's where my family lived. They migrated from Virginia, is where they came from. They were Appalachian hillbillies, if that gives you any idea. And right in the middle of Indiana. Yeah, I've been through quite a bit. Yeah, you watch the older ones. Good Lord Almighty, we've watched the real story unfold. We know Jeremy and George are the good guys in this, absolutely, and I agree with that so much. So I almost have many temper tantrums over dog poop in my lawn. I honestly do not know how I'd be able to handle this. I understand.
Oh no.
He is much more open and progressively minded. That's why some don't like him. See, I didn't really get that from him being open-minded or progressive. I just see him as like wanting to be free, like financially free and financially, able to do what he wants to do and not doing it hurting people, because he sees the good in people and how much he helps others out. And that's not really a progressive thing. That's a very conservative outlook on things.
What I'm gathering is he has a very humanitarian approach to things, like everything he's doing.
But it's not self-serving. Does that
make
sense?
Oh, totally.
It's not like he's sitting there patting himself on the back going, oh, look at how great I am. And then, behind the scenes, he's stabbing people in the back. That's not what I'm
saying. Exactly. He seems like he's someone who's very thankful and grateful and appreciative for what he's gotten. And he returns that great gratitude onto other people, like he's,
he pays it forward.
Yeah, exactly. He feels blessed. And he wants to bless others as a result,
Yeah, and
the way you do it.
Pam is so right on this. It's like he is financially free and he does give back a lot. Absolutely. That's why he did like his dollar sale was like everything here is $1. I mean, and we're talking, it could have been if he wanted to sell it somewhere else, he could have made hundreds of thousands of dollars. But it's just like these are things that people will find useful, and let me go ahead and sell it. Yeah. 100,000 spent on Christmas in the creek. Yeah. But he doesn't need to. That's the thing. I am positive that he is proud of his accomplishments. I'm not saying that he's not. I'm saying that he's very grateful for what he does, and he looks at it as, this is something that I can give back. I've got all it. Think about this. If you were a multi-billionaire, do you just sit there and just go, oh, look, Scrooge McDuck, I throw money all over myself? It's like, that's not the type of person that he is. He's just like, yeah, I've got enough money that I can throw it all over myself. And you know what? All of this extra things that I have that I don't need, it would just clutter up my life, and let's make somebody else's life much better. And that's what he does. And it's not like he's sitting there going, oh, I need to be looking for the next thing to do. It just comes natural. And I think people see that, and it makes it just so much better.
Absolutely.
Hello, Linda Carter. Good to see you. Shizzy, isn't it? He is humbly proud, and it is an amazing accomplishment. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I mean, he just gives back to his community. He gives back to so many people, and to see that he's borderline hoarder. Pam, I was going to say that myself. He is a borderline hoarder, and that's a good reason why he should be clearing shit out. I agree with you, because he was sitting there going, oh, we can turn this into warehouse space. I'm like, dude, get rid of that shit. Don't keep it around. I love it. I love it. Oh, that is so true. True legacy is not what you leave behind, it's what you've done. No, it is. I think it's a combination of both. A legacy is what you leave behind that other people appreciate, and you've also created that accomplishment in the process of doing it. And as people see the kind of person that you are, and you're passing that on to your next generation, I think that it becomes much more prevalent, and you'll find a lot more kinder people in the world. And I mean, this is one of those where, people talk about conservative and liberal. There really isn't any difference between the two, because they're pretty much all the same. And it's just people being people, and being kind to other people, and being human to other people. Like, some of these people like LIEnette, they're inhuman. They have no consideration for anybody else's life goals or aspirations, because it all becomes all about them. Every single issue, every single problem, it just becomes all about them. And they become spiteful and hateful, and they do mean, cruel things to each other. And that's what he's avoiding. They wanted a Florida highway for the winter season. They didn't want to blow up this good old boys hating on him, crazy turtle stalker. He gets hilarious. Oh my God. They planted the seed and other people to do better. Exactly. And that's what it does. That's what it becomes. Other people doing better for each other.
Yeah, man. Imagine a guy like that moving to town. And you're living in that town for your whole life, and then someone that moves in and wants to totally make things better for everybody. You'd be like, wow, it'd be like big town news. You think I would be excited about it? Of course, the corrupt people probably don't like it at all. It's like,
no, the corrupt people don't, because they're the ones that are stomping it all down. They're just like, yeah, I'll burn this town down before I let anybody come in here and tell me how I'm going to run things. Yeah. You've seen the headquarters in Ohio and all his toys, and he's obsessed with. Absolutely. Nothing wrong with that. No, I mean, big kudos. He's probably doing much better than me, but he's actually doing his, he sees the bullies that everyone else has become compliant with. He's done more in Otter Creek in the short time he's been there than they have. Yeah. Punch the bully in the nose at first. He's like the new kid in town. Not afraid to fight.
The one with the mayor doing their bullying and threatening and everything. They're the ones teaming up together.
So you getting your driver's license on you? I'm just going to document everything.
I cannot believe somebody would have done this.
This is going to go on and on until you get to that. Until you get caught. I've never met Mr. Meat before. His son is Rock Meats. John Meats is
So,
his cousin.
so these are all neighbors of our 70 acres. So the same individual suspected who's setting off bombs.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. Could have been that red barn right there.
Absolutely.
You know, we were listening for the explosion tonight. So since I've been here in Florida, the explosions happen at 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. on the clock.
Are you the guys from across the street?
And there was no explosion at 8 p.m. I have a feeling I know why now. Holy cow.
Bobby wants to do it at 10 o'clock. He was figure y'all will be around.
Not true.
I personally think they've been doing this
I heard
explosion.
it like a week ago.
They've been doing this explosion. Yeah.
The
I think they've been doing it intimidating. I think
Get some folks over there. It's that trailer.
it is.
What kind of explosions do you think they are? I think they're like
You got the folks.
I mean, it could be
Meth labs.
fireworks. They could be setting off just pipe bombs. I mean, this is in the middle of nowhere if you think about it.
yeah.
You know, like do whatever the hell you want to.
And then the trailer in the middle, and then his mom on the other side of it.
Yeah, that's the mic.
That's it. Okay, all right. I never
Did
met
they say
him.
something about explosion with a pipeline or something?
Yeah. Well, they.
Right, Linda Carter.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And that was just some test things they did, and that was just a little short.
Usually, when these explosions happen, it may not happen tonight, and if it does not, that would be a telltale sign of who it is. 'Cause
Yeah, and that's the other thing. His employees, he sets them up with housing. Oh my gosh. Tug is in the house, brother.
Hey, what's up, Tug?
Tug, I would send you an invite, but I don't know how to get in touch with you. Cause I heard some shit tonight that you're going through. What in the hell happened? What in the hell happened? If I could get in touch with Tug and have him on here, that would be awesome because I want to know what the hell is going on. Did you heard about this, right? Because chat was talking about it earlier. They were saying that Tug
Got a strike
got a strike or some shit like that. Let me see if I think I have Tug on Twitter, and I'll send him an invite if he's out there because I want to hear what in the hell is going on. This is just absolutely insane. There we go. That umbrella guy. Yeah, I'm following him. I'll message him here real quick and paste because I want to know exactly what the hell is going on.
Yeah, no doubt.
There you go. That is, I sent you a link over there on Twitter because I really want to hear what the hell is happening because this is just insane, brother. This is just absolutely insane. Yeah, Tug is better than TV. Tug has like the voice of God. He's just,
yeah.
And I say that with the best intentions at heart. He is such a good guy. I mean, you just have no idea how good this guy is. Tug is a gem, an absolute gem. Oh my gosh. Yes, I was. Very cool. Hat rack. Yes, it's hilarious. See, everybody knows all these little inside things, and it just is amazing.
Every Friday or Saturday evening around this time.
Yes, he does.
You'll hear some big booms that shake windows.
I was sitting up there.
Thank you, Suzanne.
About a week or two
But if
ago,
you don't
and
hear
it
it
shook my
tonight,
window.
just
Really?
take
Yeah.
it.
It was pretty big.
You heard it.
Yeah, oh yeah. I went over to the guy's house to try to make contact with him, but nobody came out.
Well,
I made contact with some of the other
Where's he
neighbors
at?
there.
He sat in the town hall meeting one time. He goes, "Well, you got to catch it." That's like, "Oh, me too."
DJ Radis is awesome. Also, if you guys haven't seen him, he's amazing.
Zim patched on. I said, "Well,
I never made contact with anybody."
First off, you don't go to someone's on a complaint and go over and say, well, Mr. Pad's ever
No, yeah.
called in. I know that. You know, that was
These are some good old
Your neighbor
boys,
over there,
man.
that guy.
These are like my people right here. Just
do it that way. So
Ah.
we try to avoid collisions with them.
Yeah, we always say, you know, an anonymous person called in, whatever. We've had
Damn.
calls, whatever.
I knew better when he said it.
Yeah.
At first, it's kind of like, what?
I love it.
Then, no, that ain't the way it's done.
No. Yeah, we.
There you go. Hashtag
This ain't
hack.
Ohio anymore. When I call in the complaint,
Obviously,
gentlemen, you make sure you tell them who it
Jeremy.
is, and I'll give you the video footage of them doing it. Frankly, I'll probably haul them into you.
That meeting certainly was.
That town hall meeting was something else.
Yeah, it probably would. That would be me. Get some s'mores out.
Yeah.
He's going to be asking.
What's the other guy's name? Michael
Smith, S-M-E, Canna. He drives a red Dodge.
Spell it again for me.
S-M-E-T-A-N-A. Smith Hanna.
Okay.
And Susan Smith Hanna is his mom.
Well, her last name's not.
How old is he?
It's not okay.
How old is he?
I would guess probably late 30s.
Yeah, 37, 38.
Yeah. Okay. Kind of heavy set, bearded, looks like a linebacker kind of dude. He talks like he's a bully, but
Who's a true?
he's really.
So what's the whole deal? They're like,
really
he's,
coward.
he's upset because he's getting voted off the council or what?
No, I don't even know why.
Hell, he bought the other council member off and got his spot back.
So what's he upset for?
Because
Oh,
they won't
dang.
stand up against him.
Really?
Damn.
Can't do what he
Sims
He-
property.
right, we kept calling him out.
called him
like
out.
on what stuff? Like on what kind of thing?
Using town resources for political purposes, and then he's just spent the last 8 months trying to use the town resources trying to find some kind of criminal thing on me. Trying to do.
Oh, so this is the other guy that was sitting in the office in their that meeting that had his mask on with the $12.
Oh,
That makes
okay.
sense.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's the guy, and he's talking about Mayor Russ the Sus. That's what he's talking about. Oh my God, Brenda Lee, what happened? You're late. You are never late. You are only here exactly whenever you were supposed to be here. Never late. Never late. By the way, Brenda Lee is such a wonderful name. Brenda Lee, beautiful singer. Yes, we're watching. I see. I'm trying to catch up to all of the stuff that's going on, and as new information comes out, I'll be adding that to this. I'm just trying to get all caught up. So you guys like, and I was telling this to Winning earlier that this is one of those where you're trying to get a grasp of how it got to this point, you know, and I wanted to go back and whenever I talked with Jeremy, he was just like, yeah, I mean, just go back and look at all the old videos that we did, and you can sort of see the progression of where things got to where they are. And so my intention was to actually do that and go back because, you know, this was something that really interested me back, you know, talking about the Florida, man, the whole experience and how crazy, you know, it can be in Florida. Being in Georgia is not much different than Florida. You just have a state line that's not really there. It's sort of the big difference to it. And it's like this became sort of something that I was going to cover as I was finishing up a lot of the trial stuff. And I was like, it just interests me because, you know, looking for being out at different property. Whenever I was on MG's and he started talking about, hey, we're going to, you know, I'm doing this. I was on with Megan Fox. Have you heard about this with the Hales? And, you know, started talking about it. I was like, no, I have not heard anything about this. And I have no idea what all is going on with this, but this is going to be, let me check it out and see exactly what's going on. And I sit there and watch this hearing and was just completely blown away because it just, this woman reminds me of like half the people I know in my life, you know, from way back that I moved away from, the kind of people that I moved out of my life.
Yeah.
So it makes much more sense now. Oh yeah, absolutely. definitely, Mary. Sub to Winnie and let's get this man up there. He has been doing this YouTube thing for a long time, and everything that he does comes definitely he deserves, because he's a fun person. And then you saw the video. Yes, I saw the video, and it was fateful. You've been a beautiful day, nearly 60 in North Country. You've been dancing and drinking all day, but I'm here for whatever's going on with you guys. Thank you.
Nice.
Russ was blocking permits needed. Russ illegally hired someone to help block. Oh, yeah. I'm old, 64. I use links.
Thanks, Mary.
Don't worry, Mary, because I'm no youngster myself at all. I'm no youngster at all. All right, let's get it. Well, you know what, you guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the man of the hour. Tell us what's going on, Tug.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Great. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Yeah, yeah. So, somebody did, I guess they didn't like what I was talking about. I guess they're aliases, so they tried to privacy claim them. And when they did that, sometimes YouTube will not be nice to you and they will strike you. You know, they may do whatever when somebody complains. But I've already got it settled. I've got a place that handles that. The funny part about it was I also got a letter that came with it too.
Oh, wow.
It was sent from an anonymous email server. And man, if this isn't LIEnette, I mean, let me
So was it an email they sent to you? And because I heard about it, people were coming in here and saying Tug like got struck, and I was like, Tug getting struck? I mean, that hasn't happened in what, a year, two?
Yeah, and we handled it with it pretty fast. The problem was even when they hit it, and it, like I said, it was removed pretty quickly. We got it done in a few hours, and but I couldn't upload it all yesterday because it screws up your channel. So, I mean, I set out for a hot minute, but the thing I was wondering is how many other, like a channel that's smaller, you know, got a 400,000 subs almost. So I can make a lot of noise if I get hit. I wonder if anybody else is getting hit we don't know about.
That is concerning, because I mean, they haven't come after me, but I'm sort of, what would you call it? Pretty chill. All right, here we go. Let's see.
This is the stupidest thing. I've loved some of this. This is, I was like, man, this is the most illiterate thing I've ever read.
It is. You real truth that Jeremy or so-and-so have secrets. So how can you make such a, and this has to be her, because there is not a single period or comma in here. And I don't know if I can hold my breath long enough.
It's like reading Unbreaded.
Let me give it a try. You don't know the real truth that Jeremy or redacted have secrets. So how can you make such a lies up about me and family, and why call me Turtle Lady? You think it's funny to laugh, funny man. I'm no joke or punch hard. Ha ha, turtle purgatory. So rude. I dare you to joke again about HJ a sneeze. See, I ran out of breath. He had a replacement with medicine and not turtle shales. Turtle shales, is that how you spell turtle shales? Because man, I'm in the South, and that's not how you spell shales down here, buddy.
Indeed.
That is sick, and I'm not stupid or keeper dog. Ken doll. What the hell are you a Ken doll now? Because you don't know Ken doll.
So we were talking about that. We think Megan Fox said this. I was like, that's got to be what it is. Well, I'm not keeping her in a dog kennel. It's probably what it was supposed to say.
Oh,
wow.
So the child, yeah, she's not keeping her in a dog kennel. I said I also did not call her those names. You pay for rude things, my dear umbrella. I will put you in that hat rack. Did you enjoy what I rack? Oh, that's where they got it.
That's my next shirt, man, right there. I will put you in the hat rack.
The hat rack.
Love it. Did you enjoy what I did to your channel? That is what you get never having them on again. You better not say so many seen lies. I've never seen 10 men did that, because they did. And it's better to chill than to get what will be coming to you. We'll see you when you will see.
That's great.
Oh my God.
There's a big mic drop there.
Jeez.
Yeah, so it's been funny, man. I don't know. I just you deal with crazy, you get crazy, right?
And it is. That's the weird part about it. And all of these people that are supporting the Hales, they're not like these loony fringe out there kind of people. They're people that are in England and Scotland and Germany, and I mean they're just everywhere. And it's because they enjoy the content that he's putting out, and he's given a piece of himself.
Yep.
Like he's showing his life. This is my life. This is what I do. You know, and I'm sure he doesn't show every single thing because, well, that would just be inappropriate. But having these people just go over them, it just pains me. I mean, because we're watching from whenever, because whenever I spoke with Jeremy, he was just like, listen, go back and look at all the videos that we did leading up to this, and you'll see, you know, you'll see like how things sort of progressed. And that's what we've been doing tonight, just going back. I think we're like into 3 videos of it. And just to see the progression where he shows up and he's like, oh yeah, we're going to get this property and all the things and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And you see where he's at now, where he's just sitting there biting the bit, because he's like, I just want to like end this and move on with my life, because it's delaying my life goals of getting things.
Yeah, I don't know if you all caught his last live stream. His last live stream, I thought, was it really addressed that. You could tell that he's kept good spirits about it, but man, you tell it's draining. He was talking about how it interferes with the good works.
It does. It does so much. I mean, well, and you have the same kind of problem with that kind of crap. I mean, you know, whenever you were covering all of the Amber Heard stuff, it was doing the same thing to you. You know,
that was a crazy. It's still crazy, man. It's still crazy. 2 years later. I mean, right now, you know, they put out an article that essentially says Depp's lawyer, myself, and a couple of other people, instead of admitting like, hey, they were wrong and Heard was a monster, they're like, they were running an international bot farm. The Saudis are the new villains. Yeah, and I mean, it's wild, especially when you look at the power behind it. So there's this little podcast. It's called it's for this place called Tortoise Media. It sounds like nothing, right? Until you look at who's in charge. It's the former head of the BBC news desk. There's also the former head of Wall Street Journal and Dow Jones, and Matthew Barzin, who was the financial chair for the Obama administration. So yeah, real power, you know.
Yeah, one of those.
That is some real power.
Yeah, and they're going with election interference. That's they're going after his lawyer, basically saying this dude right here, election interference, bots. That's the talk.
Well, also I was talking about this the other morning, that there was a big push for this company called Logically AI. And what they're going to be doing is, as the election comes up, they're going to have AI doing fact checking for the speeches. And I mean, I don't know if a lot of people know about AI, but it only spits out what you feed it.
Yep.
So if you feed it lies in the first place, that's what it's going to be spitting back out.
Yep.
Which makes it really disturbing that news channels are going to be using this, and they're really pushing for this thing to be the next big, you know, AI fact checker. And I'm like, well, it can't check facts if you give it bad information.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
and the people funding it, they're out of India. It's like, what the hell? I mean, like their elections
crazy,
are pure and
man.
clear. I'm like, it's just so crazy.
Well, I mean, it's the world we live in, man. You know, it's a place where sooner or later, folks like yourself and myself, we won't be able to get on a mic. We may be able to get on a mic, but they'll shut us down. They'll shut us down with real bots, you know. And you can see it coming right now. We're in the Wild West. They'll figure out how to shut it all down.
Well, yeah, that came right out of Davos 2024 this year. That was our number one main concern, was about getting in grips on the well, they call it the disinformation or malinformation that's out there. So that means that they put their systems in to make their narrative work.
Yep.
And that was number one on their agenda. And ever since that meeting in January, I mean, it's just been rolling out one after the other. You hear all these stories.
Well, we expect. I mean, last year we saw, or rather, last election cycle, we saw the links by which shutting down any type of news that went contrary. Actually, we see it outside of that. If people hate politics, which I can't stand most politics anyway, but you go out any social narrative, we're gonna be going against AI, talking about, we're lying about this or that. And look, it's an unbiased source, like you said, but where does AI get its information? Whatever feeds it.
Well, and yeah, because that's been the biggest thing is I do like AI stories on Sunday, where I just basically get AI to write me a story, and it's completely made up, and it's just entirely bullshit. And you have to feed a certain amount of information into it to get it to understand what the story is that you're trying to tell. And it becomes very hard whenever you've got it wants to use words because it doesn't have any terminology for it. You'll see things like enigmatic and it's just like, oh God, I hear enigmatic one more time. And every time I see it in a news article, I'm like, did some asshole had to use AI to write this story because they're not comprehensive enough to do it. And I was reading a story out of the Ukraine about this guy that had basically funded his whole campaign by charging people for various things. And the story was so to the point. It gave a who, it gave a what, it gave a when, it gave a why, and it moved on with the story. It was 4 paragraphs, 4 sentences each, and it was the news. And I think our news cycle has gotten to the point where they want to narrate a story. They feel like they have to give you some sort of novel in a story. I don't think we need that anymore.
No, well, we always knew there was bias in it. Unfortunately, the people that are hired, even esteemed journalists, I would use quotations with that. I mean, look at the people now. Look at what they report. It's just it's beyond absurdity. Yeah. And then they miss stories like the ones you're covering here.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Well, and Baldo Gagger says, Thermo asked if trans women had the ability to breastfeed, and the AI said they had the same internal chest parts as biological women had. Crap in, crap out.
Hopefully that Gemini AI thing that went down recently, where it was turning everybody anything but white. Did you guys see that? Where they showed me the founding fathers and all that stuff. Yeah. So hopefully that woke a lot of people up as far as like the fallibility of AI, especially in the hands of a company like Google. When it's overwoke AI.
Well, and Google has been sort of on the downward trend anyway. I mean, they have been, there's so many other people that are able to go out there and do real-time fact checking. And I think that's where we're coming to, the point where we're coming to, where people they're not going to believe anything unless they've seen it for themselves. They're not going to be listening to the news. They're going to go, yeah, that sounds unbelievable.
I hope so. It's all about the youngest generations.
Well, you've seen also their morality questions. Whether there was one that I can't remember how many people they listed, but it was like, could you save 1 million people from being ran over by a train? But you have to use a racist term. It's a bomb that's set up, and it only deactivates for this racist term. What would you do? And the AI is like, well, that's a very difficult question, and it goes through this whole thing about not offending people. So it'd rather kill, 1 million people or whatever than to offend somebody.
Wow.
Gosh. Yeah. And I see, I do a morning show, And I talk politics, and people come in and they disagree, and I don't boot them from my channel. I discuss politics at night. People come in. I'm not like, I don't sit there and tell them, oh, you're horrible because you're voting for X, Y, or Z. Because I think that the humans, we as humans, have a lot of input, and it really helps for us to be able to communicate with one another and have these conversations that are sometimes uncomfortable. And I think the problem that we've been running into with YouTube is they feel that maybe someone's sensibilities are too soft and they can't handle that. And it just makes it almost quiets the conversation instead of having the real conversations that people need to be having, the stuff that they used to talk about on the street corner. I mean, it's just it's a weird world we live in today, Tuck. Why?
Well, also, so there was a lawsuit against ChatGPT because it made up sources. There was an article that talked about essay, we'll say, and it was accusing different. I think somebody asked it about different people that had been accused of, and it noted a specific person, and it made up references. They were fake. Wherever it pulled it from, it was fake. And I mean, like they were non-existent, but it accused somebody of something very heinous, and that was picked up, and it was carried in different stories.
Well, and I was reading something this morning that they were concerned because the AI was making pictures of Donald Trump with black constituents.
Yes,
and it was just like, really, like, who cares? I mean, in all honesty, if you're sitting here, looking at a picture thinking that it's telling you everything, and not doing like any sort of research on your own, then you're the person that's broken, not the system.
Yeah, if you buy into publicity pictures anyhow, anybody posing with whomever, I mean, you're already buying into lies.
Yeah, 100% optics.
No, I think this Jeremy. I think the Jeremy Hale. This crazy. I think it'll get crazier. It'll get much crazier.
And I said something about this to MG, I think who I was talking with. I said, because someone asked the question, they said, so what's her end goal? And I was like, no, she's crazy. There is no end goal to this. It will be, it's constant. She's got something in her sights, and until it's completely destroyed, or she finds some other thing to put her sights on, she will remain focused on this. And that is more dangerous than anything.
Yeah, she feels that the Hales didn't give her money, so therefore, I mean, that when you roll it down to it, that's it. It's mental illness on display, and revenge.
Yeah, and it just becomes a point of must destroy. Like if he was to move to another state, she would probably follow him. That's how hell bent she is.
Did you see the live stream? So so we found out that she had actually lost custody of a kid that she had in the past, and the kid came on, and one of the things that she actually talked about, she's an adult now, but one of the things that she talked about was LIEnette accusing, she said 10 different men of SA. So she, the same accusations that she used with Jeremy putting those signs out, she's turned that into just commonplace weaponization.
Oh, it makes me wonder about those other men.
Indeed.
I mean, that makes me worry. I mean, what about these other men? Are they serving prison time because of false accusations?
So there is one person that allegedly did serve, not a man, but a woman, that they got a terrible lawyer. She had made accusations, and the lawyer got them a plea deal, and they accepted it for something they didn't do. They thought that was the best they would ever be able to do. So there are, there's definitely an allegation of like real prison time too.
Wow,
man.
Yeah, I think this rabbit hole goes very deep. The peeping Tom thing though, that's the craziest part of it. I mean, I don't know if you've kept up with any of that, but that judge, the Thomases, when he was an attorney, so there was a guy who was caught with a camera looking over. He was a prosecutor, actually. He was caught with a camera in a tanning booth, looking over, filming another woman. And when he pleads no contest, but he says pretty much, yeah, I'm guilty. I did it. You know, I'm taking accountability. Well, he has 5 judges and then dozens of other people that speak up. Thomas's is one of them. He goes out and, you know, he's like, oh, this guy, he doesn't deserve all of this. In fact, he could be innocent. He didn't even know the case or anything like that.
Oh, yeah, that was raw proven innocence or something like that. It was filmed in like 2012 or something, 2008. It was, it's an older film, but it's so, it is creepy. Whenever I saw that, I was like, Thomas, I've had some issues with a lot of that he's done, because he rambles on about things that and we were talking about this with MG. It seems like he's in that law professor mode where he's trying to teach and correct everyone like he knows more than everybody else. Like he's the smartest man in the room. That's a scary position to be in a position of power, thinking you're the smartest man in the room, but obviously not being.
Yeah.
Someone that can deny your freedoms like that, for sure. You know, a judge, my God,
Mm-hmm.
man.
Yeah, scary
Very
stuff.
scary. So, do you have any interest in going over and giving a shout out to MG Law?
Over his channel or what?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I got to see what the kids are doing. You know what I mean?
What I'll do is I'll send you a private link to it. And
Okay.
he said you're absolutely welcome to come on anytime you want to.
I like MG Law. I ran into him over on Megan Fox's channel. Enjoyed it. So that was a lot of fun.
He's really good people. We're sort of going through the trial tonight, but I'll drop a link so you can come by over there.
All right, man. Yeah, sounds good.
All right. I'll send it to you.
All right, thanks, man. I'm gonna jump. All right, appreciate you.
Yes.
Right on, man.
Thank you,
Appreciate you,
Tug.
Tug.
Hey,
Take
yeah,
care, buddy.
appreciate you both of you. Yeah.
Pleasure meeting you, brother. Good guy. Gosh, Tug is so damn awesome and so smart with this stuff. I know he's got kids to take care of, so I don't want to give him up. Don't want to take up too much of his time. But I am going to be closing this thing down tonight. And we will be kicking you guys all the way over there to MG's. Give me just a second to get that set up, because I am about as slack as anything you could ever imagine. I just got so into this tale that I'm just like blown away by it that I just can't.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I'm so happy I stopped by because I really wanted to learn about this and get ramped up on it. I've been doing a little bit on my own, and like I said, I've seen some stuff, but man, my IQ level on this case got ramped up way high tonight. I learned a lot.
I mean, especially because we've grown up around crazy like this. We've seen this kind of crazy. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to see you guys over there, and I'm going to kick this thing out of here with the same way.
Good to meet you too, D. Roberts.
And I probably won't be doing a stream in the afternoon. I have prior engagement, but then again I might. So just make sure that if you're subscribed, you got the notification bell turned on. And I'm gonna leave you guys with crazy. Peace, y'all.
George, psst. Are you ready to show everybody where our new home is?
Before we show you, we want to show you why. Why the Hales would we buy where we bought?
What did you say?
I said, Jeremy, I'm a huge fan.
George is out in the parking lot. Look at that. Am I on the naughty list?
When we don't even drink it. There was one improvement. I actually received this bill one day after its due date.
police. They'll be removing it. I'll go to the man. I didn't start this war with the neighbors, but I fully intend on winning it.
I can't, sir. I cannot hear you very well. Not at all. I have to hold you up to my ear to hear you. Something is wrong. Can you please check your mic? I do not have perception of time. I don't have perception of dates and times. I do not, and my brain does not work that way. My child just fell down. You are not a nice person.